thought he was like this like big time player,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he gets the shit kicked out of him at TI.
Yeah, yeah.
The snaking alchemist on video. Meme videos are made about him, and then you know what he does? He actually just shuts up and grinds
Yeah.
for years too to get
Yes.
nowhere. Then he
Yes.
gets on VGJ Storm as an integral part of them doing so well in the year, getting top 8. Then they decide that they're going to choose one member that was the problem,
Mhm.
and it's him.
And it's him.
And it's a really easy thing, I think, to get bitter, burn bridges and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
he kept his nose to the grindstone when he was given another opportunity. He's ran with it completely.
Mhm.
Never looked back. Doesn't ever seem bitter or like, annoyed at his old teammates or anything like that. And here he is.
So, do you think that VGJ Storm lineup, if they had kept him, would have seen this kind of success? Or do you think, in a way, their separation and then being brought back together helps fuel this current storm that they're bringing to TI?
So the one thing that, so I'll agree when it comes to like Dota and stuff, the players will always know more. But the one thing I know is like sports because there's like so much history and like team-based things are never as different as people think they are, regardless of like whether you're playing for Dota or like you're playing in the NBA or something like that. And
Yeah.
historically, you don't know what a guy brings to the table until he's gone.
Hmm.
And guys in Dota, like they're so reactionary. It's always like, what is the next step up?
Yeah.
How do we retool this and make it better? Well, maybe you just needed time. Like for example, the Alliance squad that's here right now. Like they're battling for a top 4 position,
Yeah,
and they
dude.
haven't changed lineups in like 2 years. And
That team failed to go to TI last year.
yeah, which for most teams would be this
That's the
death
death
sentence.
sentence.
Yeah,
Nobody continues after you fail to make TI. Hell, the bottom 8 teams, that's a death sentence for TI.
yeah.
Nobody walks away. If we didn't get top 8, well, we sure as shit
And we've
aren't
even
doing
seen
that
people
again.
win or get second or third. Like
Yeah.
everything is honestly at this point a death sentence.
Yeah.
And for me, like part of that is I think it's a little bit short-sighted because like I understand people say like, "Oh, well, Blitz, you don't know anything. Like you haven't played in that position." But like, from an outsider perspective in history, has told us time and time again, uh sometimes yes, changing rosters is the right idea, but not always. And I
Hmm.
feel like teams, for example, like when DC kicked Moon, or Moo, that was such a bad decision.
Yes.
Not that
Move
like
for Moon.
yeah, Moon. Not that Moon is a bad player at all, but they just bring different things to the table.
I mean, theoretically, I agreed with it, which was that they had you had that hard carry resolution,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had who was mid for you guys? I forgot.
Weehaw.
Weeha, that's right. So you had Weeha mid who can carry games, and so I figured you just wanted a playmaker out of your off lane, and Moo was more of a passive, like he was more of a carry off laner,
Yeah.
while Moon Meander was like a go out and make space off laner, you know. And I thought, oh, that works well with resolution.
Yes, but it's like the little things that you don't really consider, right? It's like it's the stuff that you don't see all the time, like
Hmm.
what they bring outside of the game. It's not just like the in-game stuff; it's the out-of-game stuff.
Yeah.
Snake King is a talker.
Yeah.
He's like comparing him to Universe 1-to-1. Uni, from what I hear and what I gather, is like a lot more quiet.
Yes.
Whereas like Snake King is like more of a talker, a little bit more excitable, and maybe in like certain situations, of course, like Uni's won a TI, and he's better in those situations where he has like a stronger leader. And in
Hmm.
this situation, I think like on that VGJ Storm lineup, they needed somebody to be like that emotional core.
I feel like I can back that up because I've played many games with Snake King where he has had no qualms with telling me, like, not being rude, but just telling me like what I'm screwing up and what I need to do better
Yeah,
for us to win the game.
and
You
maybe
know?
like that's kind of an annoying thing sometimes,
Yeah,
but
like
maybe
you
it's
can
also
let your
what they
ego
need.
get to you and be like, oh,
Yeah.
you don't know what you're talking about. But like sometimes that's what you need.
Yes, and I think like his arc, anyways, for me is like one of the more underrated ones that people don't really think about.
Yeah.
It's like how hard he had to work to get. Not even like that's the problem. Like the beauty of this sport for me is like it can all go away so quick. Like one day you're the shit, and the next day you're literally nothing.
Hmm.
And because of like how patches work and stuff like that, and it takes such a big grind to like get back to just not even like to the top, but like to what you were.
Yeah.
And the fact that like he persevered, he tried, he kept it going. For me, that's beautiful. That's what I want in Dota. That's like what I like to see. It's like it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and you're right because sadly there's not going to be a lot of people who are going to flock. They're like, I don't hear of snaking fans,
Yeah.
But hopefully,
If you
I
consider it
mean,
like
there's
that, there
there's
should
some
be.
that definitely over time because snaking is a great player in
Yeah.
game. You could just see it. So I'm sure there are some fans out there, but hopefully this TI is really opened some people's eyes to what the king brings.
Yeah. I love the human element of Dota. So, and it's the same thing with like, a lot of these guys on Keen Gaming. Uh, like Keen has had such a weird arc where, a lot of these players like I don't really know where they're going to end up or like where they're going to consistently be because they do have some players that are like really boomer bust.
Yeah,
You have these like old chicken, old 11s. But like the one thing I like about them is like their perseverance and like consistently trying to achieve your goal. I'll always respect that.
yeah. I mean, like, if we were to be straight up, I think if Keen bottomed out at this tournament and they fell apart, the only ones that I think would actually potentially move forward farther in their career would be Yi,
Mhm.
maybe Dark, just because like you never know what captains bring, and
Yeah.
I honestly don't know like if how lacking China is for captains, like how valued that is in the scene. For example, like we know in NA that's really needed for most Western regions. Like captains are very highly valued, and there's just not enough of them.
Yeah, you'll build teams around just the idea of a captain.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like stuff like that. Anyways,
What
the
about the
actual
hero
trap.
element of Dota 2? We have a Pango, which has not had a great tournament.
You said you said my boy. And you didn't
Yeah.
seem so happy about it. What's the issue?
To be honest, I don't think I've watched a single Pango game for this tournament.
I
So
see.
I don't know what the issue is because I don't
You just
think
know that there's a problem.
like, just the results seem to say there's a problem. Uh, but we'll see. Ember Spirit has not had a great tournament either.
Really? Is he
Yes, picked up a lot. He is in the I think top 5 of most picked heroes, but actually has a below 50% win rate. I think it's actually closer to 40%.
not? Okay.
That was like I did I did a fresh round of stats for halfway through the group stage. So
Huh.
that is as of the end of day
Well,
yesterday.
there is something about to be said though about where Ember's picked often.
Yes, like he's first 1-2 a lot of times.
He gets counterpicked all the time.
Yeah.
I almost never see last pick Embers, which is like surprising for mid heroes. That means that people think it's so stable as a laner that it doesn't really matter where you stick him.
Yeah. In which case, this case, like Newbee being able to go for a 4th pick Ember Spirit, that should raise its stock significantly.
Yeah, I think that's one of like the underrated things when it comes to like stats and stuff like that. I know sometimes I'll have like arguments with Alan because he'll say like, "God, this hero, this percentage," and I hope he's listening out there because I'm sure I'm misquoting him, and then he's gonna get triggered, which just makes me happier. It's a win-win situation for me, baby.
He'll come up to you, he'll be kind of laughing, he'll be like, Will, I know you were only razzing me, but, and then that's when the
Did you
discussion
know that,
begins.
Alan? Did you know? I love riling up Alan. That's one of my favorite hobbies, if I'm honest here.
Meanwhile, Keen Gaming running with the Naga Siren, Mars, Leshrac, Shadow Demon. So we've got a nice initiator with the Mars. We've got 2 high damage dealing, potentially supports in Shadow Demon, Leshrac. I feel like Leshrac 4 is much better when you have a offlane that stuns for you and a 5 that stuns for you. And you've even, in this place, got a 1 position that can set up your split earth and give you space to be able to work around. So most very, very, very likely we're looking at our last pick mid here, and that's what Newbie thinks as well as they ban away the puck.
Ironically, that was the combo that Chinese Newbie, original Newbie, used all the time to make their TI run. Remember with San Sheng?
Yeah. Naga Lesh combo?
No,
Or-
SD
or
Lesh.
SD Lesh.
SD Lash. That was such a big combo for such a long time.
Yeah. Gyrocopter.
Who was his support partner there? It was Sunshine plus God, I'm gonna look
I
up
couldn't
that name.
possibly tell you. I never remember this stuff.
Oh really?
Never. Dude, my memory is terrible. Gyrocopter's been doing well for himself, though. Picked a lot more than I expected him to without the IO. And to be honest, I actually didn't separate it. I know his win rate is good, but I don't know if his without Wisp win rate is good.
I see. We saw Gyro earlier, picked up by Newbee, in fact,
Yeah,
where
Newbie
they
quite
made the
liked it
comeback.
for CCNC.
Yeah.
So this also means that they have the ability to run Ember or Gyro mid, which gives them really nice flexibility. They're not going to be, at least for the laning phase, really stumped by this last pick from Keen.
Yeah. Would agree with all your statements there.
I almost accused you of taking my Oreos.
No, I have my own.
What do we need here for last pick Keen? I mean, you probably just want like another. You've got the Naga hard carry. You don't have to worry about late game, right? You
I
just
feel
need
like
another initiator and stunner, right?
what does Keen lack? Wait, tower hitting
Tower hitting.
from a court position?
Oh, they switched up. They ran Mars mid, and now the Underlord into the off lane.
Well, that's one way to push out towers.
Yeah.
I actually hate Underlord as a defensive hero.
It also creates space for the damage dealing supports.
Let's be real here. This is simply because Old 11 plays this hero. We don't need to think about this one too hard.
It's like, I'm back, baby.
Let me just tell you, Austin, we don't have to analyze this one too hard.
You know, Underlord is not actually anywhere close to his most picked heroes, but it's so iconic for him. You know, like Old 11 and Underlord, they're just tied together because it fits his playstyle so well.
Let me tell you guys, Old 11, for somebody that didn't like get the inside joke right there, it's not even an inside joke, guys. Old 11 is famous as an offlaner for anybody that hasn't seen him play for simply running in and dying. And he runs in and dies so often.
Yeah.
It's like if you guys have ever seen The Simpsons, like the old ones, where Homer like tries to be a boxer and his strategy is to get just wailed on until like people get tired of wailing on him. That is Old 11 Underlord. This beefcake runs in, casts Firestorm, dies, does the same thing around 6 times, I'd say. By the 7th time, you're so tired of killing him that you just stop. Because you're like, is this really worth it? And that's when he strikes.
That's when he gets you. I mean, he is like the quintessential. Like he's to off lane what Pylai Dai is to 5 positions. You know?
Yeah, he's gonna break some smokes with his face repeatedly.
Don't.
I love it. I honestly do. Like, Old 11 is my personal hero. Like, we talked about how I like snaking, so Old 11 should be every offlane player's. He's like simultaneously like the best, and also he's like a cautionary tale of like pushing it a little too far.
He flew too close to the sun. You see this Old 11 guy? Deaths don't matter in the off lane.
Yeah.
You can die as many times as you want.
He was like the poster boy of like offlaners that died. Everyone's like,
dude.
guys, Old 11's really good. You see this? And everyone's like, you sure, dude? Like, yeah.
When
he
I
was
watched
on
Old
Ehome.
11, I thought to myself, well, like when they were doing really well for themselves, this was what, Vici Gaming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When they were doing really well for themselves.
Wasn't it Ehome?
Oh yeah, Ehome. I was like, oh damn, the suicide offlane is back, man. Oh, that's gonna be a good swashbuckle. MSS dealing out a lot of damage. Pylai Dai just laying into Dark. Not gonna be enough to get the first blood, but it's close.
Dude, he What?
This is gonna be rough. I just realized. Sorry guys, I don't have smooth drag on, so
go switch it right now.
hold on. We'll do the bounty runes, and then I'll switch over to smooth drag, so your viewing experience is a little bit better, because this is gonna be a little jerky otherwise.
True that.
Alright, bounty runes, split around, and 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
All right, let's see if I can do it real fast. I actually don't remember where it is.
Is it spectator?
I don't see it. Where is it? All right, rough.
How about I look for it
All right.
while you do this?
So we're going to have Snaking and Pango. MSS Pango. It's a dual lane against a Naga Siren Shadow Demon. And we have talked a lot about this blitz, which is that Naga Siren just cannot be pressured. And this is a physical damage duo. They do not throw a ton of magic damage around. So until there's level 6 on Chantress, I really don't think they're going to be able to do anything to Old Chicken in this lane.
It's options, advanced options right here.
Okay.
Right above camera deceleration.
Options. Advanced
options.
options.
Smooth drag when spectating.
Good dragon spectating.
I got you, dude.
Yeah, look at that. It's so
That's teamwork.
smooth.
That's
Good work.
teamwork.
Good work,
Like
William.
Jiffy butter.
Jiffy butter.
Dude, is this a good Underlord game?
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
CCNC with a slight dodge on the God's Rebuke, which he went Bulwark.
Let me tell you,
So
I
he
actually
can
think
win the
that
man fight.
Underlord might be okay against Gyro. And let me just lay it out real quick why, even though
Okay.
I'm not an offlane player. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that Gyro, the type of hero that he struggles against was like even old Centaur before he had Retaliate.
Yep.
Heroes that have like high offlaners that have high base damage mess with this hero.
Yes.
Which is why like he's great against like heroes like Timber because they can't ever deny him.
Yep.
But heroes like Underlord, he actually can't really deny.
He's also tanky enough that he can live inside of the creep wave.
Yes.
Like, a missile isn't going to scare you enough to force you out. And then on top of that, later on to the game, you lower his damage, and that's really effective against Gyrocopter,
Yeah.
an agility hero, which
And
has
he's-
a split shot.
I mean, he doesn't
you
go
know?
like Dragonlance or like Pike or anything like that anymore. So he's just fundamentally weaker. So I actually agree with this pick.
Yeah.
And that's rare for me to like Underlord. So the downside of Underlord, though, as I watch Old 11 miss CS, is that he just like doesn't do much aside from be Underlord. And that what that means is like you're gonna run at lanes.
Yeah.
So he has one really good defensive ability in his Firestorm, but I actually think that if you're in a position where you have to use it defensively, your hero, you've lost.
Yes.
Like, this hero is meant to be on the map. His toolkit demands it, almost.
Yeah. Same goes with like Pit in a way. It's just not a good defensive ability.
Yes.
If you're going in, if you got somebody who's stunning and you can throw down the Firestorm, follow up with the Pit, have a team fight around that Pit area, fantastic.
Yes. He's one of those heroes that, like, especially with the way that he's going to itemize naturally, this guy isn't itemizing to get later into the game. He's itemizing to end the game at a certain point where he reaches his critical mass. Your Underlord's actually quite a good tower hitter early on, too, because of the way Atrophy Aura works.
Yep.
And once you have all these things like that work together, you know, you're this strong, fat dude that just runs the towers.
This is going to be a classic pipe fire. Which will really
This is
help
going to
for this
be
game.
a fantastic pipe game.
Yeah.
And if you look at it right now, he's owning in CS right now, and this is what we were talking about, and why I wanted to make the point, was before he got all the CS, was to show that I think that he's great because Gyro can't deny him. I mean, we have like one deny, but it was from when Yuar was in the creep wave and he was dragging another creep wave back.
Yeah.
So it was
I
like
mean,
an
if you look at his
uncontested
CS
deny.
right now, it's top 3 for all of Keen. And I think that's exactly what you should expect. This Naga Siren is not going to be pressured that much by this aggro dual lane. The Mars versus Melee matchup is always going to be good for him. And you already eloquently stated why Underlord's good here, so... no!
Wow, that's a surprise.
Missed the first blood. Well, Dark dies. And Old Chicken just keeps on CSing. I mean, look at this guy. Like, 2 people are attacking him, and he's still like, I can get 1 more CS.
Yeah, he's very unique in this regard.
He's got 8 armor with a stout shield.
And CCNC is absolutely struggling mid. The last time we saw this matchup, I thought it was okay for the Ember. Wrong?
I mean, don't you have much... You have worse base damage. You can't man fight him. Son of a... I'm looking like Scriff right now. Alright, no more misskills. Who did they even kill? They kill Pilot Eye. Alright, the 5 positions die. Those don't matter. Bounty runes. We're going to get potentially 3. Nope, MSS actually grabs that one. So 2 for 2.
And in mid, I mean, he just is continuing to work CCNC right now. 33 to 14.
I mean, I guess, like, I'm not sure how, like, it's supposed to go well for Ember, you know?
I don't think it goes well, but I thought he did better than getting doubled up on. More than doubled up on, in fact.
Yeah.
like 2.5.
He's just dumpstering him right now. Yi, of course, which was both Blitz and I's MVP for ESL One Manila. He had a
It's weird that he
great
didn't win the
tournament
MVP
there.
vote, considering you and me voted for him as MVP.
Yeah.
I wonder if... No, that can't be right. That can't be right. Bottom lane.
Gonna be able to get the disruption, but the stomp. Really good stomp, and it's actually gonna do a lot of damage to Kaka. Kaka's gonna turn around, does
They need
manage
to
to
hit
get
the
that
missile for
stun
him.
onto the Elder
They
Titan,
need to hit the
but
missile for
Kaka's
him.
gonna die, and
It doesn't
nobody
matter.
hits the missile, but it actually bounces back and hits Old 11 instead.
He just died to the flak hits.
Yeah.
This is the downside of trying to gank for Pit Lord. Or
Oh, yeah.
Underlord. It just... You're not doing it.
I mean, that was if they had actually, if that stomp doesn't come through, right? They chain stun Gyrocopter. Oh, they chain stun Gyrocopter with the Firestorm on him, and that's gonna be a big win.
Dude,
But
this tower's almost dead mid.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty massive.
he's gonna come back in. CCNC knows the Kaka's around here, but he actually gets speared up. Now they probably can't burn through that
Oh,
flame guard
Yowar's
so
come.
easily. And Kaka, okay.
Look at this.
CCNC, he lit the flames. He was like, guys, somebody has to defend this mid tower with me because I
really
can't
like
do it
that
alone.
move. I really, really like that move. You have to defend your mid tower in Dota. Losing it to at 7 minutes to a Mars. Okay, so the reason why it's okay for the Gyro to go there is because it's actually saving his own lane. Because it delays the time in which Mars will come down there and put pressure on him. And Yawar does not want to be against a level 7 Mars. Like, that hero's going to bully him out. And then so he'll lose his lane anyways.
Yep.
So in the 20 seconds that it, or like the minute that it took for him to go and gank and do that move, actually in the long run saved him.
So by stalling the mid tower dying, it means he's also
He's saved his
stalling
bottom tower,
own
yes.
tower. Yeah.
Because once that happens, this Underlord's going to reach a critical mass, and he's just going to run down your towers. And if that Mars no longer has to be mid, it's going to get even worse.
Yeah.
That's just good, like, forward thinking.
Underlord is exactly like Beastmaster, Darkseer. They really become unlocked once they take that safe lane tower away and they start getting all of this map area to play around in. They just shove the lane in nice and deep, then farm up a lot of jungle
MSS?
camps, arena into MSS kill. Unfortunately, our Pango was not able to. Pango has a lot of options against Mars, but with the disruption setup, looks like MSS didn't have anything he could do.
Nah, I just speared him immediately. And that's why losing this top tower for Old Chicken is going to prove to be a little bit annoying. This is the one thing that Enchantress does really well. She takes control of this area really fast. And that's going to allow the supports to now move out of this top lane, not worry about this anymore as...
Missing the spear.
Oh.
Disruption actually dodging the swashbuckle. Yawar doesn't have his level 6, so I'm a little bit surprised they're really trying to fight this one right now. Yi does not have the arena, but he does have a spear coming up, so somebody of Newbee may end up getting caught here if they're not careful.
And in this mid lane, CCNC try to dive onto Kaka. He's still sort of looking for it, zoning him out so that he can pressure this tower.
This is coming his way. MSS is really trying to beat back these heroes. Looks like Dark, the stomp, not going to be there. Pylai Die kind of misjudges that one, and now Pylai Die is going to die here. There's
Is he, though?
Is he? Well, they have a spear still. Surely he's dead. But they have to watch out for Snaking. Snaking's already taken that tower and is rotated down to this bottom lane. They're going to be able to get the kill onto Yi, so it's all worth it.
Dark's out of
especially
mana.
if they can get Dark as well. The Firestorm goes out, but Snaking with a heal still lingering is going to be perfectly fine playing underneath the tower and a Firestorm. That just goes to show. Well, as soon as Enchantress got level 6, Old Chicken had to leave the lane, and he was able to take that safe lane tower, and Snaking starts moving.
Yeah, and Yawar, in fact, makes a rotation up to this top lane. And this is the correct move for him to make. You want to consistently be active in a game like this. And you want Snake King, who I think is the strongest hero in the game right now. And if you look at Keen's lineup, it's not easy for him to die. The heal will out-heal most of the magic damage that they have. They don't have this like immediate burst spell aside from the Soul Catcher.
The spear, they're going to be able to... Ooh, I thought they could have actually gotten that, but no, it's actually just too hard. He'll
Pi
instantly
might die
jump
for
to
it.
the Remnant, but Bila Die is going to probably die here. Good stomp. Gets a little bit of...
look at
That was
that.
smart. The spirit, extra movement speed.
That was really intelligent.
That
He
was
got to
cool.
the edge of the wall. He stuns them both. He taps the two spirits to make absolute sure. Maybe they actually chase if not for that. And now Keen's sort of getting outplayed.
Yeah, they are. They absolutely
And
are.
this is not what you want to see if you're Keen, because the Underlord needs to continue to roll.
Yeah.
Like, this is a hero that gets momentum, and you try not to ever lose it. Part of the thing is, Old 11 had such a good laning phase, but Snake King had an even better one. And now it's actually, in fact, Newbee, because Snake King's so big, they're able to take that mid tower when it looked like they were going to lose it so fast, as Pylite Die mostly going to go down here.
I mean, this is a build that has
he's
no
healing up.
shadow poison.
Yeah, he's...
I can't possibly agree with that. No levels of shadow poison?
Yeah, I mean, the Soul Catcher's cool and neat and all, but...
And 2 levels of disruption? Do you need that?
Yeah, this is very interesting, to say the least. As bottom lane, Kaka's going to get gone a little bit, but they need to do something. Like, some sort of tower needs to be pressured right now on the side of Keen, because if you lose all these outer tier 1 towers, all it means, Cap, is that it's going to get harder and harder to defend your towers, and more importantly, like, it's impossible to take them, because you can't filter in heroes one by one, meaning you have to group up sooner than you'd like. Whereas Newbee has the luxury of being able to just bring in heroes one at a time. They don't need to have all 5 heroes up here. They can have 2 or 3. And if a fight breaks out, they can TP in. I mean, that's what towers really do for you on top of the vision, as they're going to make a go on a CCNC. Might have overextended here and should go down.
Certainly did. As soon as he got ensnared by the Naga Siren.
But it requires, look at this, the commitment
So
of 4.
heroes, yeah.
And it's not like they're going to take this top tower either. Like, if you just think of the geographical distance, you have to go all the way through like this just to take this tower.
Bottom lane, Leshrac was just trying to get one-on-one farm against the Pango, but Snake King, he's just making a run through towers. Took the safe lane, rotated to bottom, had some impact there, rotated mid, took that tower, back to bottom he goes, looking to take another one.
Really think Keen has to make some sort of smoke move and start doing something quick, or they're going to steadily just lose more and more map control. You lose this bottom tower, like, if you think about how hard it is to defend this, to take this tower, like, early on, it's the easiest tower in the game to defend, is your safe lane tower, or your off lane tower. Once you lose it, game just gets so much harder.
MSS has already used his swashbuckle, but that was a little bit of misjudge of distance. Snake King gets a bit too far forward. That heal is doing a lot against that damage over time from Kaka. Snake King doesn't even dip below 50%, is now going to heal up almost a full. And another rotation from Keen that doesn't result in anything.
And now they've moved 11 and Old Chicken up here. They've got these 2 cores. They need to get some kind of kill. As 11's got an Atos
into another ensnare from the pit. That's going to be a lot of damage, but certainly not enough.
And CCNC's Spirit wasn't that far away, but still, you're running into the problem right now where you're defending too many fronts at once. So they're going to go for this bottom play right here. I really like this play, and MSS is just waiting in the wings, just in case, and they're going to run into Dark first.
Disruption. Soul Catcher into the spear with the arena just to make sure they really want to make sure that Snake King can't possibly survive through that. MSS does have to leave this area because it's taking a lot of physical damage from the Edict of Kaka. But they do kill the very big boy hero of the Enchantress. Snake
They
King
need to take bottom.
had a dominating kill streak, and now they'll try and take this safe lane tower away.
They absolutely have to commit to getting this because CCNC already wasted his TP too. You can't make that kind of play, smoke in, and not take a tower. But this Lesh is out of mana now, and
this tower was super healthy.
yeah, they're going to continue to lose space on the map, though, as a result. You see the problem, right?
Yeah. Another spear. That's going to be the 5 position dying. But they've used every bit of damage that they have. Snake King knows that. And that's why he's pretty much fearless in a 1 versus 4.
Keen, though, is not in an impossible situation because of how well their Naga's doing.
Yeah.
I actually think the onus is on Newbee to make plays. It would just be nice if Keen could get more and more space on the map for her.
Certainly. I mean, both they have 2 cores that are very powerful when tier 1 towers are gone because they push in waves and create a lot of space as a result, farm up jungle well.
It just means everybody else's game is going to be a lot
Good
harder.
spear
Snake King,
into his allies, but it actually goes through that corridor, so Snake King doesn't get stunned. Now with the Pango rolling in, it is disaster for King Gaming. What bad luck for Yi, as that was a good idea, just the execution could not have gone worse in a way.
let me just say that no ability does that more than you just never really know where it's going to end up.
Yeah.
As Old 11, you know, we were talking about how it's going to go down here, but it is only his first death.
Dude, the trees are gone, but you could see the stumps. Like, how did he just line that up? And it doesn't go quite far enough to hit the final tree.
Who knows? Not
Wild.
me.
I mean, if they stun him, at least then they would at least have a chance.
I think they kill him. He got his heal off after the fact, right?
Yeah, he got his heal afterwards, so they at least get Snake King. It's probably still a terrible fight, but at least they kill Snake King.
Yeah, because they weren't able to take that tier 1 earlier. Like, 16 minutes in, this is a tower that Newbee took at, like, 7 minutes on the, like, if you just flip the map, they took their safe lane at 7.
Yeah.
And now it's 16 minutes in, they're trying to take this. And in fact, they're going to lose this tower. And if you're Newbee, you defend all your tier 1s now, I think.
It makes
let
me
any of
wonder
them drop.
if like, maybe they should have tri-laned a little bit more, you know? I mean, with Disruption, Shadow Poison, Soul Catcher, Leshrac, with Split Earth, like, that's a lot of damage. I think you would shove the Enchantress out.
Yeah. Also, they did take mid tower on the side of Keen. So, not too
Okay.
bad now.
Yeah. Is that done by the Naga Siren?
I didn't actually see because we were watching the bot fight for so
Yeah.
long. But I do think you defend your 2 outer towers. That way you can protect your triangle indefinitely. This is how this ward gets... Like, if you guys are wondering like how this ward gets taken up, it's because...
Wait, hold up. This ward?
Yeah.
Yes.
This ward gets put up because of this bottom tower and this mid tower being taken.
Yeah.
And like you're able to easily put it up. There's no risk. You don't have to you don't have to smoke or anything for it. Also, I shouldn't ping that because all the other broadcasts see it.
So what you were saying is, on Radiant's side,
Yes.
when you take the mid tower and the bottom tower, you can invade this jungle and get vision, right?
Yeah. And they're gonna go for this dive here.
Snake King, he's very dead, but we'll see whether or not the fight actually works for them. Snake King actually lives for quite a long time, but he's definitely dead. But now they're all stuck behind the tier 1 tower with Yawar laying out a big-time ultimate. They have to be able to sleep to retreat. Now, Old 11 does not have his ultimate, so everyone's going to have to TP away, but MSS is actually knocked up Old Chicken, and he's going to return, slow him down, hit the stomp. Oh, Old Chicken managed to get just right of the stomp. So Newbee do save their tower.
Defend
They
him.
don't get any heroes out of it.
You gotta defend all your tier 1s. The downside for Newbee though is they're gonna run into the classic problem of having to deal with like this 1v5 Naga.
Yeah. Do you think their heroes are good at dealing with Naga?
Theoretically they're very good, right?
Yeah.
ET's very good, Pango's good, Gyro's good, Ember's good. Ench is a little bit useless, but I mean she has Enchant, so
Yeah.
it's not the worst.
You're at least capable, like, you can at least stall the illusion split push that she
Oh,
does.
nice dodge by CCNC.
Kaka is going to be caught by that last sleight of fist.
I was
I
surprised
was
that
wondering
killed
why
him.
that did so much damage, but that's a DD on
Yeah, I was like-
CCNC.
Surely he needs like 2 more. Why did he give up on the Flame Guard?
Yeah.
I was like, okay. It's hard to see when he's got the fire around him.
Yeah. He's just glowing and all kind, and the immortal. That's another kind of glowing that's happening. You know what I do appreciate? I just want to say is that all of the immortals and stuff, like, they're always pay to lose. You know? Like the Gunnar was complaining about the Avalanche one, and how it's like very clear what the AoE is or something. Oh no, I missed a kill. All right, back over to bottom lane. Underlord's gonna try and bail out. Old Chicken should be fine, even though it's level 1. He'll get out.
Dude, that wasn't even close.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit scared because I knew it was level 1. It's a really long delay, but
It's like, what, 6 seconds?
yeah, 6 seconds. But Naga Siren's super tanky. This man is almost at not battle form, but he does get really scary.
Oh.
Pylon dies out. Oh, they also got Snake King, but I'm not sure if that's actually good for Keen at all. They're gonna let Old Chicken try and finish up. Oh, the spear missed! How did you miss that, Yi? All right, well, they still managed to get the kill, but his old chicken getting punished for that. Another sleep, another escape. He doesn't have a TP, but MSS can't chase him down simply because he doesn't have the roll in. Over to the river, they caught CCNC. The combination of ensnares with the Rod of Atos. Ooh, MSS almost finished up Kaka there. But yeah, old 11 with the, if you guys don't know how this works, you pit Rod of Atos, and the pit will snag him again after the Rod of Atos fades. So it's like 3 ensnares in 1.
That's pretty good. I didn't know it worked like that.
Yeah. It was like heavily theorized, like this was how to play Underlord, but Underlord was garbage at that time, and it's been garbage ever since, so nobody really, we never really saw the build again.
I think Canes are actually doing really well considering the tower situation.
Yeah, I think
because
so
they're
too.
finally probably going to have to take this, give up this bottom one on the side of Newbee.
Are they, though? Are they? MSS and Pylai die. They say,
Yeah,
damn it, that tower's not dying without a fight. We're going to pop their glyph, but it looks like it may just die with a fight. A bad fight for Newbee, as they're just going to lose MSS right away.
Okay, I was down with the other 4 defenses, but
yeah,
this one, like, guys, eventually towers die. Like, that's what happens.
Somebody, I think it was CCNC, was TPing on the tower.
Yeah, he canceled.
And then somebody made the call, like, that's not a fight we want to take.
And then MSS is like, yes, it is.
I'll show you guys. This was a good fight. Watch. But surely they're going to try and defend their tier 2, right?
I don't even know if they're going to... All they're trying to do right now is build space right now for Old Chicken. And the question is, like, does the space mean that he'll win the game for you?
Yeah. Oh, see, I was thinking, like, does taking this tier 2 tower really make that much space? Right. As long as you force somebody to defend at bottom,
you know what
like,
it
that's
does?
all you really want to do.
It pressures the base, so then you can Roche.
Yeah, that's true. And Naga Siren is one of those great heroes at taking advantage of just little bits of chip damage on a tier 3. We have the Pipe Rod of Atos on Old 11. The Diffuser Blade is up for the Naga Siren. We have the Maelstrom Ags combo up for Yuar, who's going to get caught here. Uh-oh. That's a spear by Yi. Even if he is super tanky, this is just too many chain stuns. The Stomp comes out, but unfortunately, the AoE damage was still there from the Leshrac, but this is going to look really good for MSS. He's going to try and run down these heroes. The Disruption's going to be able to save some of them. Can they burst down anybody before it goes out? No.
This is how you want to use Underlord ulti.
Yeah.
Aggressive maneuver into reset. Aggressive maneuver into reset.
I mean, because that would have been a sick fight for Newbee.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was well set up too because they all got hit by the call down to begin with.
Yeah.
And they were committed. But using the Underlord in this fashion is the correct play. You just can't play this hero defensively.
Look at this. He double bracer, arcane boots into mech for 4 position Kaka Lesh.
I guess so that 11 could skip it.
Yeah, because old 11's going the Rod of Atos, and now he wants to be able to halberd. He's like, I can't go back for Guardian Greaves. So Kaka's like, don't worry, bro. I got you. I'll get the other sustain item. And that's like the nasty thing about Underlord, right? Is that you usually just get all these sustain items, so you can't kill anybody fast enough that Dark Rift always succeeds.
For Newbee, I'm not sure what the play is anymore. I was okay with the other 3 defenses because they kept the tower alive, but like the death after that, I don't necessarily like.
It feels like to be Blitz, they're playing slow, and they feel confident they can take on Naga Siren.
Yeah, I think that's the idea too.
And do you think that's right? Do you think they're right?
I'm not sure. It's really interesting when both teams feel like chilling is the play. Oh, look at this.
Got baited by an illusion, but Naga Siren comes in and finds Pylai die. MSS is actually going to roll back in, but Old Chicken gets off to sleep. He's still going to be hit twice by MSS here. Gets an awkward roll back. And actually doesn't hit him again, but they do manage to get CCNC, who's controlled up. The sleep into the pit, into the spear to finish him off. And now the arena to be able to catch Yuara as well, who doesn't have a BKB. He can't get out of here, so he sticks close to Snake King. Stay close to me, friend. I've got you with the heals. Kaka going to be saved by the disruption. Keen Gaming, they say, I got you too. Nobody will die.
Wow. And this is a masterclass in how to use Underlord. Look at that. The immediate TP's out. Get in, get out, secure your own bounty runes again as MSS.
Wow.
Maybe they get lined up here.
Oh!
Oh, that was weird.
Did he miss because the swash? What happened?
I think so.
Kind of fudged it on the camera, I'll be honest.
Oh man, CCNC played that way too aggressively. I think he assumed the second hit would come in from MSS, and that would drag more attention. But they just simply turned his way, and they were like, all right.
No, I've done that before. MSS got, it's this. You see this?
Yeah.
There's extra space that you just think it's going to be a half circle. So you think you're going to bounce here. And he went into there. And
he went into the corridor.
He went into the corridor, and that extra time allowed the Naga to live. I know that feeling. I know that exact spot. That spot triggered me.
It's very deceptive.
Yeah. Because unlike MSS, I'm bad, so I got stuck in that area. I just bounced around.
He found his way out.
Yeah. MSS was cool and calm, but sadly, it was just enough time for Old Chicken to get around him. 12-13, 2,000 net worth lead for Keen Gaming. This is shaping up to be quite the interesting game. You know, I can always tell that it's an interesting game when Blitz does that thing.
What?
Where it's it's kind of weird when, whenever I hear that kind of voice, tone, and phrase out of you, I know you're seeing something you haven't really seen before.
I'm engaged.
And you're engaged. You like it.
Yeah.
And if Blitz hasn't seen it, then there's probably not a whole lot of people who have.
Yeah, I remember all the games that I've casted and played.
Yeah.
It's like the only thing that I'm good for, honestly.
Yeah, I've got that old man memory, so.
When I'm 60, people are going to ask about a pub game I played like 42 years ago, and I'll tell them as I, beg for change.
And that's the day that Kleisifer lost me 25 MMR.
You know, I've got like an Arby's gift card in my bank account right now. All right, so this, so Newbee right now, it's interesting because it's always funny to me when both teams are okay with the pace, or it feels like it.
Yeah.
That part is like, maybe Snaking, he's telling his team, guys, I still rip apart this Mars.
Yeah, because usually it's like, it means the teams have a different read on the game.
Yeah.
Than each other. And it becomes a question of who's right.
Look at this 4-man TP down here to bottom. Can they do this fast enough to kill CCNC? He does have a BKB. I really like that he went BKB instead of Yules, by the way.
Okay, so Keen popped the glyph to make it so CCNC doesn't finish off that one creep wave. They were hoping he would stick around long enough, right? But I think CCNC also read the fact that they glyphed for that exact reason, and he just backed out early.
Something Febby once said on his stream that I really liked was he said, if you stay for the extra creep, you will die.
Yeah.
Is he said, if you're not sure in like high-level games, that extra creep will get you killed more often than not, and it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Which is what I saw something that Yawar did earlier in a game, where he didn't kill the range creep and he ran. Because if anybody was trying to gank him, they would naturally assume they could wait their timing around the range creep.
Yeah. Everybody kills the range creep.
Yeah, and he
it's
did
the most value creep,
which I think is really cool. It shows like players are getting really tricky with like messing up rhythms and internal timings and stuff like that.
Dude, you are. Did you see that AM game?
Yeah.
Sick AM game, man.
He's just getting better and better.
Mega creeped. It's like a 65-minute game or something. One death.
You know what it shows me? That game. It shows me that Newbee's a mentally tough team.
Yeah. Big upgrades all around. We've got the Heaven's Halberd for the Underlords. Pango just hit his level 5 with the Maelstrom, so that's really big. BKB on Snake King, that's a big one as well. He almost has level 3 impetus, but Newbee say the time to smoke up is right now. Can't wait for that. We're going to rotate up, invade the enemy jungle, and wrap around to take this high ground area. And they might just be able to catch somebody as a result. In fact, Old 11, they found an opening onto CCNC, but here comes the rest of the team. CCNC has kind of baited them in, and now Old 11 is just going to get burst apart before he can be saved by the Dark Rift. Now it's a question of who else is going to get caught. MSS rolling forward, looking for a swashbuckle. Afterwards, maybe? No, doesn't go searching. They've got to go back, actually.
Yeah, this bottom lane, Old Chicken is just tearing this apart.
Yeah, and Snake King's not the person to deal with this very quickly. These illusions will stay alive. takes them away one by one, but lots of chip damage. Mid lane, hey, BKBs are being used. There's a fight happening. There's going to be a Song of Siren going out. Most of these heroes are now stunned, and it actually gives... Oh, Dark still hit by the stomp, and they're going to leave their captain behind.
He wants to continue the chase.
It looks like they're going to be able to pop the Manta. Old Chicken gets away. Newbee thought they could grab more, but the hold of the Manta by the Naga Siren was integral to them to be able to cut their losses. Newbee say, well, that's fine. We'll just go take Roshan. Feels like Newbee, they finally said, we are stronger than them right now. Now's the time to play fast.
I think it's the double BKB timing is what they're banking on right now.
I mean, I can dig it for a lineup that relies so heavily on these ensnares.
You know what was more important about that fight? Was the fact that sleep was used. That's what enables this Roshan. You never fight against... you never just like go in against Naga unless you know that her sleep is down.
Yeah.
Especially with your BKBs down like that. Can you imagine? She just sleeps, walks in.
Yeah.
That is the worst ceiling. Teams have long stopped making that mistake.
Yeah. Especially against, like, they have such cool setups off of the sleep.
Yeah.
Mars, Underlord, Leshrac, those three heroes do a lot with that kind of setup.
It's cool play overall to go for that move.
Yeah.
And if you're keen, I think that sort of resets the timer for you.
Yeah.
A very close game overall.
Definitely
Despite the
felt
fact
like
that
he
we're not
was
getting like a
winning,
ton
right?
of kills. I thought that Newbee was winning, but not by much. But I thought they have relative control of the game because of how the tower situation looked. And then all of a sudden Keen like came alive in a big hurry.
Yeah.
They made two really cool moves, like the one in the jungle and the one towards top.
Yeah.
I thought were really, really cool plays. But now that BKBs are out, like that's the thing is, I love BKB as an item because once BKBs come out, the next level of gameplay comes out.
Can he save Kaka? They're going to force staff Snake King a little bit closer so he doesn't do as much damage. Or no. That was Snake King's own force staff. I think he tried to use it on the Leshrac.
Yeah.
He tried to offensively, and
Get
he
him away.
accidentally did it on himself.
Yes.
I knew somebody tried to use an offensive force staff.
But
There's
games
no
like
way
this,
that was the correct play.
once you get BKB, this is where like the true game begins.
Yeah.
Does your lineup win? Okay, so Keen proved, all right, our lineup wins when no BKBs are popped.
Yeah.
And now it's, well, does our lineup win when all BKBs are popped? That's the curious part.
And I don't think it does right now. I think they need their Naga Siren to be faster, and maybe that's why they need to be able to get a pick off on CCZ, but he slides. Now, he doesn't have a BKB, so they can still manage to get the stun on him. He's low on mana right now, but just enough to be able to jump away to his Remnant. You are right in the middle of everybody with the flat cannon shots. They come pouring out, and that's why Keen full retreat out. BKB teleport away. Oh, the Levin won't be as lucky, though. He's going to try and get away from Yawar here, but there's nowhere he can run to. So Newbee turn a smoke gate from Keen into their advantage, picking up 2 kills.
Pretty curious that Keen went for that play.
Yeah.
Considering they knew that there was still an Aegis available.
I mean, technically, they should have killed CC and C.
Yes.
He had no BKB.
For sure. But I think Newbee still takes that fight.
Yeah.
And what they need to realize, too, is if they're fighting in that area...
Oh! Okay.
Pi?
Dude, Ye needs to start hitting spears on stun targets.
Yang? E? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He,
How does he keep missing those?
dude, you know the spear meme? Like, it's never been more apt. I am E spear number 300.
342. Tell my brother, spear number 343, I love him.
I love that pain in your voice.
Aghanim Scepter. Oh, Aghanim Scepter. You know, I was talking to you this morning about that.
Who?
Franz, the EG manager.
A very good player in his own right.
A very good player.
Almost made it to TI, in fact.
Yeah. Hey, the roll around MSS with the double damage rune is going to try and catch Dark right now. That sleep won't be able to save Dark right away. He's actually going to turn and try and hit Old Chicken. Doesn't actually nail him. They're going to throw out the pit. Doesn't actually latch anybody.
This fight's going to be a disaster.
BKB. Old Chicken. Oh, the spear. They're going to try and go for the Enchantress. They do successfully blow him up. Now the Dark Rift can Old 11 stay alive. Flip. No, he dies. And now Keen Gaming a bit exposed. And the Earth Splitter comes out from Pylai Die. He's going to turn and fight with Kaka as best he can. But Old Chicken says, not my fight. I'm out of here, boys. The missile is on hot pursuit, though. He'll probably be fine considering how far away he is, but Old Dark, he's not going to be quite as lucky.
Oh, it bonks him.
It bonks him, but I don't think the stomp Not going to be there in time.
That's
Finally,
4.
Dark does die. That's 4 with the bounty rune spawning as well, and with Newbee well positioned to take towers.
How close do you think that
Dude, it
TP
was so
was?
close.
That was maybe like a quarter of a second, right?
Dude, that was a level 3 Dark Rift.
Yeah, that was. I think I internally counted in my head to 4. That's how close I thought it was. I like doing that. 1, 2.
Oh, trying to
3.
time it.
I think maybe I was like half a beat too fast, so
Yeah.
now that BKBs are out on the floor, you see how strong Newbee's lineup is. And Panko has long been a really nice way to deal with the Naga Siren because of the interaction that you just saw.
Yeah.
He doesn't care
Yeah.
about the fact that she pops to sleep. He's still going to be effective. And what's more important is it stops the sleep and the rest of her teammates' TP. Because even if she has BKB, what it does is you can no longer fight if you're keen. Not if you don't have sleep, but if you don't have the Dark Rift available at all times.
Yeah. Fortunately, because it's level 3, it has a relatively low cooldown, so Newbee won't be able to just run into Keen right now and try and take another engagement. But they've got plenty of control now that they've taken the tier 3 towers. They'll eventually go for these shrines, try and take better map control, especially this top one set up for Roshan, which the countdown starts in 2.5 minutes. But yeah, I was talking to him about Aghanim Scepter, and he was like, surprisingly, he actually didn't know what it did, and then he was like, when do you build it? And I said it was like a 5th or 6th. I was like, it's a good synth item, but I don't know if you ever build it unless you go like mid-Mars with Deso. And hey, that's what he's doing.
That was your exact suggestion?
That was my exact suggestion. Because they said offlane Mars needs Vlad's, Blink, BKB.
Oh, look at this. CCNC pops his
Oh,
BKB.
chicken. Is he going to go? Oh, he got to the other tree. He got to the other side of the trees, and he still has his BKB. He will be fine. And he held on to his song. I think that's important, right?
I don't think that matters that much. Song is like decent cooldown anyways.
It's 80 seconds.
It's like the first level that really sucks to use.
Yeah.
The
Remember when it
160?
was? Remember when it was only 60 seconds at level 3?
That was just bullshit.
Yeah. He's like, you literally could not have a fight without sleep. It was absurd.
The most horrendous part about that was like Roche fights.
Yeah.
You're just like, what is the point of this? Why we're never gonna get Roche.
Have you built the Mars axe? How do you feel about it?
It's good. It's really good, in fact.
Yeah.
It adds so much damage. Like you're essentially getting yourself a refresher, right?
Yeah. For those of you guys who don't know what it does, when you cast Arena of Blood, it makes the God's Rebuke go down to 1.4 seconds.
And it refreshes everything they used beforehand.
Yeah. So you can God's Rebuke and then cast it, and then God's Rebuke again.
And then God's Rebuke again. So you get like 3.
Yeah.
I think it's like 3 in one fight.
I think it's 3 if you Arena first, and I think it's 4 if you cast God's Rebuke first.
In any case, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage. And then he's going to go Satanic after that.
This is in fact the build that I also go. Not that anyone cares. Maybe if I was in a pub game or something, I'd get Shadowblade instead, but...
Oh, the 11. He's not going to have an opportunity to Dark Rift away, I don't think. Maybe. Yeah, he's actually fine. CCNC doesn't do that much damage. I expected the Earth Splitter to be too much, but...
He's got a pipe.
He's got a pipe. You're right. Do you, so when you go this build, do you also go Ags right after the Deso?
Yeah.
Because I remember before the Ags, you would always go Satanic.
Satanic, yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen my build.
Yeah.
I really like Satanic on the hero.
Yeah. Lifesteal is
yeah,
a
I'd probably go
broken
Satanic
concept
first.
on this hero.
It really is. But I see what E is trying to do. He's trying to be more of a team player. Whereas, like, I'm a greedy piece of shit. Like,
Yeah. Was I supposed to disagree with you there?
all right, 21 Savage.
The level 25 coming in soon for the Ember Spirit, who just finished up his Radiance.
You know I said that, right?
No.
Because you said, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bottom lane, old chicken. He's fine. He took the True Strike, right? Oh, he took the spell amp on CCNC.
Yeah.
I guess because he has Maelstrom and Ratty.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe the butterfly on Old Chicken.
They do manage to kill Pile Die, but this kill on Old Chicken is more important now. Of course, he's got BKB in sleep, so he always was going to be fine. It was just a question of what was going to be forced out of him. And another round of that.
You notice MSS's build, though? He's going to go Basher. They're tired of this.
Yeah. Good idea. Because now they have the Ags and the Shield Crash. All you have to do is roll it up. Kaka trying to go for the TP wave. Oh, don't do that, MSS. Come on, man. Why are you shield crashing? I'm not sure if he would have hit him anyway, but still, why are you shield crashing? Come on, dude. 6,000 net worth lead for Newbee, but the Naga Siren is still the king of net worth right now, sitting at 27,000. And again, Newbee just seemed relatively comfortable with going late game against this Naga. And as you said, Blitz, they have a lot of heroes to be able to theoretically beat her.
Yeah, but maybe, I don't know. I saw Mars also go ham in the previous ice as they're just going to go in for the Roche.
Yeah, they're doing it really fast with this.
Sleep's about to be upcap. This is going to be potentially dangerous, but they do it so fast.
They know they're here. They have the Spirit. It hit several heroes, but the Roshan's already dead. They picked up the Aegis and Cheese, and Spear onto Pylai Die. They're going to keep the heroes inside the pit while they take out the back line. Pylai Die's already dead. He does have buyback. They have the Soul Catcher onto the Gyrocopter. MSS does manage to get a bash, but he gets hexed up before he can complete the roll-in. He got greedy, and now he's going to get punished for it potentially. He's trying to jump outside the pit, doesn't actually min it. Old Levin trying to go for the Dark Rift away. Hope he can get to his team, but Yi is just a little bit too far away, so he cancels it instead. They're going to try and fight, but no, with the Shrine activated, it is not a fight they can win anymore. So Old Chicken quick on the retreat. CCNC hoping to be able to catch somebody here. Remnant out. Slight and Chains up.
He's got to get the max distance here, and he does find both of them.
He does have BKB as well, so even if the Old Chicken tries to pop the song, CCNC's ready for it. BKB activated by Old Chicken, and he goes for the illusions. He holds onto his sleep for as long as humanly possible, and he will be able to get away with it intact.
He needed to save it there. Needed to make absolute sure that it was really the Underlord that was at threat of dying.
Yeah. Hey, did, obviously I knew once he actually used it, but Kaka went for a straight scythe after Guardian Greaves.
Huh.
Yeah, like no, hardly any items, just a scythe now. Stun out while they song the rest of the team. Again, they're gonna kill Pylai Die.
Doesn't have a buyback now.
They do TP in on CCNC. Old Chicken, they're going to try and go for him. He doesn't have BKB. He's heavily committed for all of this one, but they don't have the Dark Rift either, and they don't have a way to be able to save Old Chicken unless he can get back to the Shrine, but no, it doesn't matter. CCNC is able to run him down with the help of the missile, and now Kaka quickly Guardian Greaves that one up, but the Yule Scepter comes out from CCNC on the high ground to stop that TP away from Kaka. Stun out on Yawar. Kaka hoping the last shot wouldn't finish him off, but it does.
And I'm very surprised that Keen decided to take that fight.
Yeah. I mean, that was like the first offensive sleep he used.
Yes.
And that was with BKB and Dark Rift on.
There's no BKB, no Dark Rift, and there's an Aegis on the side of Newbee, and they still decided to take that fight, considering all those factors.
I mean, Keen, I think there's a lot of great decision making they've made in this game, but that was the very clear outlier. Arena goes out, Spear misses, BKB activated by Snaking. Old Chicken trying to deal with UR as best as possible, but Yee's not doing any damage right now. He's chipping away and Snaking. Okay, never mind. 3 shots of God's Rebuke, and that's going to be good enough. Now they've taken the Aegis away from the Gyro as well. Reset. They have Song up as well as BKB instantly sides. Back into the barracks he goes. Speared up. Yee with the double kill. I thought Yee wasn't going to kill Snaking, but damn.
Dude, God's Rebuke is so good against Enchantress. Most heroes, Snaking just laughs it off to the bank.
Dude, he went the Nature's Attendant's heal, too.
Not this guy. He just doesn't have the HP.
Yeah. Kaka is going to be able to catch CCNC here. He has a sight to be able to follow it up. Can Yi get there in time with a spear, trying to dodge it? But now CCNC, little piggy like that, can't move fast enough. MSS knows he's in trouble, so he'll TP away underneath the rolling form.
And look at this now, Cap.
Gaming heavily pushing mid and going to be able to force a buyback.
I can't believe they're in this position right now.
Or split disruption to be able to save him. Naga Siren won't take that damage.
They want more buybacks.
They absolutely
Give us
do.
the one you call your war, they say.
Holding CC&C, he's in trouble. Gets speared up into the tower. Now begins the
They can't let him die here.
The ensnare as well, and he dies just like that. And the Dark Rift, they force the buyback. Scott CNC's the out there and away. Keen.
They
Again,
said they
using
wanted
the
it.
Underlord perfectly. They got everything they wanted out of that.
That was literally the perfect engagement.
Yes.
They forced both core buybacks before they were about to be alive. They at least got one of the rack, or no, they got the tier 3 tower. And they killed CCNC without buyback. They can just do this again, Cap.
Absolutely. There is nothing stopping them
Dude,
from
the
doing this
gold
again
lead was
in 70 seconds.
it was 12K
Yeah.
last I remember. And now look at that, it's just plummeted down. Just one bad engagement for Newbee.
This is what happens as soon as you lose that fight. Naga Siren starts taking over.
I will say I'm absolutely loving how they're using the Underlord ulti this game.
Oh yeah.
They've done such a good job of playing around it. It was really only that one fight that was super confusing. Of all the moves that they've made, as all their sides are being assailed right now, they've got to choose one.
BKB, the roll in from MSS, but Old Chicken commits to be able to killing Pylite Die now inside the arena against two cores, throwing out Gontrabuke after Gontrabuke. He's doing a lot of damage, but the nature's attendance heal is keeping Staking up to full, but he's now been purged up. Soulcatcher instantly healed up to full again. Kaka running in here with the Diabolic Edict, but this 3 versus 5 may actually work for Newbee as they are repelling Keen bit by bit, and they're going to claim their first life. That's going to be Kaka unless, no, they have the vision. The Glimmer Cape won't actually save him here. Old Chicken slowed down, does Manta off the slow. He also has the Song of Sirens. So
They're getting
Newbee,
too overzealous right now.
They should not overextend themselves too much. The song being threatened, Old Chicken thought he had an opportunity
They're ping
to get
top
another
right
kill.
now, Cap. There's no glyph available for Newbee, and
MSS, he's going to roll in. He's going to do a lot of damage with this one. Looks at Yi as a little bit low. Might be able to commit for it. On the side, it looks like Old 11's going to get caught a little bit, but he does have the Dark Rift, and they're all going to join him with the Song Dark Rift combo. This is a classic duo that just looks dirty.
they finally took back the gold lead. Let's take a look. Now let's see it. Since, what was the last time they held a gold lead?
That was about
25 minutes ago?
25 minutes, yeah.
Wow. That is sick. That is so well done by Keen.
And
They just
Newbee-
needed that one opportunity.
Yeah. A reminder that Newbee said, we're okay with this. They didn't try and really push the tempo of the game.
I don't know if they were okay with this. This was,
Maybe this was a little bit too late.
You think they're okay with this? I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying, throughout the game, they're like, we're okay with gold.
Yeah,
Like,
the pace,
we're okay
they
with
were
gold.
fine, and they were proven right for the most part. All it took really was that one terrible engagement by them.
Yeah. Look at this. Old Chicken. Just beautiful. Plays underneath his vision. And is going to cut creep waves.
He's gonna snipe the courier.
And he's going to snipe the courier.
Oh, it doesn't.
And he's going to snipe the courier.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to snipe the courier. All right.
He had that. If he has auto attack on,
1,000,000%
right?
had that, yeah. Well, who needs courier anyway?
Ah, that's fine.
Oh, that's a TP in from MSS Pango, who's level 25, by the way. Actually went for the Rolling Thunder cooldown.
It does go to show you how big of a lead Newbee has. The fact that they're still up 1K,
Yeah.
despite being down 2 separate sets of racks.
I mean, the farm on their, like, MSS is super farmed. He's actually ahead of Snaking, and Snaking is ahead of the Leshrac and the Underlord. But the thing is, the Leshrac and the Underlord don't need that many items, because their synergy with their Naga Siren is so sick.
This is my favorite part about Mars, by the way, is that he forces everyone to get Aeon Disc.
Oh, yeah. And Disc 1 for CC&C. Who else has it? MSS? No. Snaking?
MSS has one queued up. Snaking's actually going Lincoln's.
Really?
I sort of think he needs armor.
I think so, too.
Or, like, more disable,
What's he afraid of? The Scythe?
I guess.
Because I don't think that the Purge or Disruption really affects him that much.
Maybe they just assume they're the ones getting initiated on every time. Which, honestly, they're not wrong.
Yeah. Maybe... Yeah. Well, they do have the Satanic soon for Gyrocopter. That'll breathe a little bit more life into this carry.
It's not really his,
there's still a damage problem, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because he's not... I mean, just watch the
Well,
Naga Siren illusions.
Actually, I think the bigger problem with them right now is that they don't have enough catch aside from the Ember.
Free ride home. That was so much damage.
Yeah, I think this is a problem with catch.
Hey, he's going, he switched up. He's going, Octarine. So he will have a cooldown of, like, I can't do math. Somewhere around 28 seconds or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I almost think he should have gone just straight up a damage build and the swashbuckle cooldown. I think because they have a bit of a damage problem. I think you're also right? Catch. They need more catch. But, like, they need more damage to deal with this Dark Rift TP away. I kind of would have liked to see, like, just for him to go all in and try and get, like, MKB and stuff. But, you know, I'm just the old caster. Blink Dagger is what Kaka's going to go for next to combo with his Scythe. Satanic, let's see, Scythe up next. Dark has got Glimmer Cape and Force Staff. Old Chicken's about ready to start giving out. Oh, he can go for the Aghanims, actually. He can eat himself an Ags and then give some Moon Shards out to people. Keen Gaming smoked up. They're running ahead of Old Chicken right now, seeing if they can get the pick off. They do find one. It's going to be a big one, too. They may have to get the Side Spear on MSS, who's done so much damage to these team fights, but he will be forced into a buyback. Now, can they actually catch anybody here? The Dark Rift has already been used. He's going to be force-staffed in, close enough to this team. They tried to offensively be force-staff the Underlord away from the rest of his team, but he just doesn't go far enough.
And that was the buyback from MSS, which probably forces some sort of engagement for Newbee. There's no Dark Rift out, but there is a Naga Siren Sleep. They have to be careful about this.
Yeah, no, the illusions are going to start poking at them. The Shadow Poison's going to come in. The Firestorm as well. This feels like too much for Newbee to really commit to Roshan, but we'll see. They're trying. You are. He's going to pop the Satanic early to make sure he's full HP. Now he pops the BKB just to make sure they can take down this Aegis. The Old 11's going to go inside the pit. He gets forced out away. Hurricane piked up to sleep, going out. The Aegis on the deck,
MSS
but
gets
MSS
it.
rolls through. He picked up every little bit of items on the ground. Kaka, he's going to be heal up. He will be able to fight this one out, but he quickly just is going to get almost exploded there as Newbee are having a hard time dealing with all this. The God's Rebuke actually hitting you are inside the pit, who's very low, but Snaking is dishing out the damage. Heaven Talbert will be able to buy him some time back inside the pit where you are, holding strong, trying to deal with the damage, hoping the Satanic could go off, but it's not good. And now it's MSS inside the arena with that Aegis he picked up during his Rolling Thunder. Kaka almost dying once again with the Glimmer Cape. Uphill miss, nothing. Nothing is there that's going to be able to spare him. He's now forced to buy back. MSS, another Rolling Thunder as he rolls on top of Dark. The Earth Splitter keeps him in place as well, and they knock back Yi, almost finishing him up, but a good God's Rebuke heals him up a little bit more. He jumps away from Snaking, away from MSS.
5 seconds for
for
the
now,
Dark
but
Rift.
Old 11, he
4.
has Dark Rift. 2 seconds up. Can they do the damage? Snaking, he's hit so much, he's out of mana, so they can't commit. They have to back up, and in the end of all that craziness, 7 buybacks.
And that was the buyback from the Naga Siren. This is the opening that Newbee needs.
Are they going to go for it, though?
I can't believe MSS, he won the click off in that tiny little ball. He was just holding in place, desperately saying, let me just get a little bit closer.
Dude, I think he got Aegis, Cheese, and the Ag Synth. I'm not sure.
That I don't know.
No. Sorry. I clicked on the Leshrac in that moment.
It was Refresher.
So I think Leshrac,
He got the Refresher.
Leshrac got the Cheese.
The best part about that too is that like MSS is timing on that. He's like, oh crap, everyone's used their BKBs.
Yeah.
Like it's go time.
I mean, he definitely made good use of the Octarine core there.
And look at this cut from Old 11. Because he has his ulti, he's trying his best. He bought Boots of Travel as well.
And Newbee, like, don't you have to? Do you commit to hitting Throne? What do you do here? Hey, it's so hard against this team to go for
There's no
Throne.
wave.
So they just
try.
have to back up.
And Old 11,
Ooh.
how do you burst him here?
It's going to be real difficult. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. MSS immediately ends the roll.
Oh, hey, he actually went trying to catch somebody here, but now he's going to be forced into a BKB of his own. At least he got a BKB out of snaking with that play, but...
And they've held with 20 seconds left.
Yeah.
The Naga Siren's about to respawn. She's got Boots of Travel. They're going to have to reset this for themselves, but both teams in such a precarious position. No buybacks on the majority of the cores. The only hero in the game that has a cap is this is Mars. That's it. 9 out of 10.
Snaking will have buyback as he farms. So we'll have a buyback apiece for our next engagement. But the question is, who is willing to take that engagement? I think it has to be Newbee, right? I think they're the ones in like the 40-60 matchup. Like they kind of need to be the ones to take the risk and go for it.
Maybe with the buyback on... they have to know that they're the only ones with it left.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 2 buybacks, but frankly, they're on the heroes that probably it matters the least on.
Yeah.
The hero that it matters the most on is probably this Naga Siren, and conversely, this Ember or this Gyrocopter. I won't discount E though. He is 15-4, very strong, has a refresher now. So on top of the God's Rebuke that he already does, has get himself the Aghanim's Blessing too.
So you think both teams are not going to fight and they're just going to wait out their buybacks?
I don't know. I was kind of like keen to go for it.
You want Keen to go for it?
Yeah, I think Keen is in a good position to go for it, which is why they're the team that left their base. They have the 2 hard reset abilities.
Yeah.
So in my mind, they've got the better opportunity for like a reset button.
Okay.
In case anything goes wrong, they've got a do-over. And
Sure.
really all it takes is one fight to end it here.
But in my head, it's like Newbee, if they just wait, they're going to get crowded in by the Naga Siren once again, right? And so there's no better time to just try and end the game than now. Snaking, they're going to fight around the Shrine area. The Shrine is dead, though, before it's activated. Snaking pops his BKB, starts throwing out, chucking damage everywhere he goes. Old Chicken's going to take a little bit here as
He's going to
snares up.
re-engage.
And MSS is actually going to try and roll into this one. Jumping in, Old Chicken tries to go for UR, but as he forces out the BKB, quickly retreats. Keen always have that card in their back pocket, several of them, in fact, as they have the Dark Rift, they have the Song of Siren.
And they're just poking right now, seeing if anybody will overextend on the side of Newbee.
I mean, they actually used the refresher on Snake King, so something big was used.
Yeah, and Snake King's just pushing forward right now.
He really wants them to try and go for him, and he activates the BKB as the spear goes out. But the Dark Rift immediately going down. The BKB, heavy commitment from CC&T, but it saves the Ember Spirit, yes, but the rest of the team wasn't actually close enough. Dark, he will be able to get the Force Staff and a TP away successfully. Kaka and Old 11, they're actually not too far away. But the sad thing is, these Naga Siren Illusion pushes, they're so pesky.
And now she has an Arcane Rune.
Uh-oh, MSS? He's got Guardian Greaves, so he
He's got
should be
3200
fine.
HP.
And Rolling Thunder as well.
Rolling.
But
What?
seeing that, Keen might just go for another little poke here. They don't have Dark Rift, though. So maybe not.
I think whenever they have Dark Rift up, you just go for it.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways for them to get out, either with the sleep or the Dark Rift.
Yeah.
And the cooldowns being as low as it is at this point.
And the fact that they have like saving mechanisms with the disruption.
Yes, it's hard for the Naga to just get hard burst out.
Yeah.
Plus with the BKBs getting pretty low, the opportunity for them to actually burst during their sleep is not as high anymore. I believe the Gyro one is at 5, and potentially the Ember one is definitely at 5 too. Yeah. So the only person that might know Snaking is also at 5 seconds. They're all at 5-second BKBs.
5 seconds all around. Oh, 9-second BKB on Kaka. Of course, he went for a very late BKB, just picking it up recently. Refresher Yee. I'm trying to keep track of the items here because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in these fights. So we're going to experience double arenas, which means a lot of God rebukes everywhere. He's going to have 10 seconds of BKB and almost 10 seconds of arena and God rebuking every 1.4 seconds. The Aghanim Scepter is the build for Old Chicken. I think that is actually a very sick late game pickup. Because now it's not just a reset tool, but potentially just a full heal in the middle of a fight. And you just re-engage right away. I mean, how do you possibly stop Dark Rift and Song if its Song is actually healing people for 10% per second? You could almost full heal everybody in the fight.
That's crazy.
Dude, I was saying this, man. I think the Ag
like
Synth on Naga Siren, I think, is legit straight up broken. It's just not.
It's not fun to get early.
Well, it's just the item that you're going to get 7th.
Yeah.
But when you get it 7th, it's broken.
Can you imagine if they took the arena HP?
Dude, I was thinking about that. I actually double checked. I was like, maybe this is the game your arena in.
The 100 HP regen in arena and then the sleep.
I mean, let's be real. He's got an
No one's
axe.
dying, by the way, during that time. Then
So.
you're actually healing for 100% at all times.
I mean, they could just theoretically, right? They just run up and hit the buildings and activate that. The arena, Song, hit the building. What are they gonna do? Buybacks are coming back up, and this is my biggest concern for Newbee. When we talked about like who's gonna go for it, is that like now as everybody gets buyback, they're gonna be forced into like the high ground defense where they won't be able to punish. You know, they win the fight, and it's gonna feel like, well, Keen just get another shot at it a bit later.
I sort of see your point, but I felt like Keen, the reason why they ventured outside the base was for that reason. It's because they felt comfortable. They knew, like, they were the ones that could commit for nothing.
Yeah. It's like the Keen side had low risk, and the Newbee side had high risk. But sadly, maybe the riskier play was just waiting out. We'll see. We'll see.
Why are you saying sadly, you biased caster?
I mean, I just don't want to see. Like, I could easily see this game ending in a very anticlimactic way, which is Keen just like chipping away, eventually taking megas, and then that's kind of it. And I want to see this game end in a big clash. Only buyback that's left. It's not there is Pylite dying. He just needs 40 gold. So everyone. Oh, he's going to use the offensive sleep. It didn't work last time it was here, but look, it's happening inside the base. They're going for it. Kaka, with the Diabolic Edict talent, could do a lot of damage to these buildings. So Keen, they forced a lot of teleports back. I think they expected that to do more than what actually happened.
I was so anti-hype. I thought they were like actually going for it.
Yeah.
And then I saw that one like Moonwell got taken out.
Hey, that's one less building that is going to soak up Diabolic Edict damage the next time they
That's
do
like
that.
Godzilla attacks and like he took out a Starbucks.
No! Now we have to go to the Starbucks across the way.
The franchising model.
64 minutes, 31 to 29. Yi missing a kill on CCNC here. It's actually very low on mana, but he do manage to get the spear onto Pylite Die. That'll be the kill he's rewarded with.
Jeez, he does so much damage. You know what the downside of this hero is? Is like he can't. Oh,
Forced out of BKB.
okay.
He actually uses the heal as well. Dude, this heal talent is so insane.
I worked out the math. If he had taken the heal talents on the arena, they'd be healing for like almost all the heroes. It'd be like 13% a second.
13% a second. How long does the arena last long?
That is the first Roshan now for them.
Yeah.
Oh, give it to the Pillard. No, they gave it to Shadow Demon. That makes more sense.
Shadow Demon now with the Purge and Break mechanic. which is
Wow. All right,
going to be
they've caught
really good
3.
against Enchantress. But this song here, MSS accidentally hit the cliff. He's going to have to jump over the cliff now to be able to get inside here, trying to lay out some damage, hope for bashes against Old Chicken, who's going to activate his BKB, pops his illusions as well, but he's getting ripped apart.
He's just dead.
Oh,
Cap, look where Kaka is and
Wait,
Yi.
no one's close to
There
him.
was nowhere near him.
Where's your team?
The weird part is they weren't even running towards him. There was no urgency. It's the Leshrac that has the Aegis. And for whatever reason, just nobody connected.
Dude, I mean, honestly, what's wrong with Newbee? Why aren't they spamming that the chat wheel line? The Chinese one. Where's your team? Where's your team?
I think that would tilt them. Like that's kind of being passive aggressive, bro.
Good. This is TI. Time to tilt Keen. Because sadly, they just killed a Naga Siren and Newbee still can't really do a whole lot.
Oh, I thought you were saying like Keen's member should.
Oh, no. Absolutely not.
I was like, that's just.
No, I'm saying Newbee should do that right now to Keen.
I can't believe that just happened.
All right, they're going to smoke up in this 40-second window. They know the Naga Siren's like pretty heavily committed to not buying back as it gets closer and closer, and so no better time to see if they can force a fight somewhere and get another kill.
Unfortunately for them, though, they'll run into the Underlord and the Aegis of the Leshrac. Unless they can just burst down this Euro.
Maybe they can Hurricane Pike, Force Snap plays. There's a lot of options here, so they do manage to get MSS in there. Force Snap does actually save him from the split Earth, and he will be able to get the Rolling Thunder
1
off, but
second.
they need to be able to finish him out, and they kill him. Ooh, they got him, and Kaka gets
And
bashed.
the stun!
Oh, bye-bye Aegis, and bye-bye Kaka.
MSS, the first hit, as he shield crashes through, and they're going to get 2 for that. Keen.
Oh.
The internal counter.
Dude, Keen, you had this game.
Oh, my lord. After the Roshan, I thought it was actually over.
I thought it was definitely over.
And I was sort of just counting the timeout. I was like, all right, well, what are we waiting on?
All right, well, the Naga Siren's back up.
By the way, he decided to go for the 2 charges of disruption over the damage, which I'm okay with in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the defensive potential is too good.
Dude.
It really comes down to that Naga sleep.
I mean, as long as they fight, man, how can Keen lose? They could not win.
I'll tell you how they
But
could.
how did they lose?
Yeah. That's by going for 3-on-5 fights.
Going for a solo sleep play.
Look at this, the sleep as Old Chicken. Root CCNC. He's going to try to go back. Oh, could you imagine if he's...
Did he miss the slide chains or
Yeah.
something? Oh, they managed to get the side. They know that CCNC is in here. They're going to try and take advantage of it right now, but the BKBs have been forced out. That's why Ye says, see you later. I'm out of here. Impetus dodges. They do have the disruption as well, so he doesn't actually take that much damage. Now the Song's going to be able to reset, full heal up this Yi. Now he's going to refresh and go for another spear, but a refresh from UR gets off the BKB. He doesn't get pinned to the wall, and he doesn't take that much damage either, so now they still hold. Uh-oh, Naga Siren. Now he's been side. They start laying out the damage, but he does have
They
the
can get him. The rockets on top of him,
with the
too.
missile, but they do have the disruption. Another save, another one. BKB going out from Old Chicken. The infinite shots are coming in. The spear
MSS
away.
coming through.
But MSS rolling on through doesn't actually hit the Naga Siren. The BKB lasted just long enough. So and now MSS might have to back up a little bit as they do have the catch on the Pylon Die. Yi is back up here. He does have another spear, but they manage to blow up Underlord, and now Yi, he's dead as well. They have a buyback. Keen, can they hold 4 versus 5? But look what's happening inside the base. Kaka's just going for it, but they might need his help.
He's trying to buy refresher.
Activated. They're going to try and come back. CCNC is going to be able to go for it. They have a refresher on him. The Dieball is a threat, but Old Chicken, he's going to try to slow things down as much as possible. MSS, 1 tier 4 down. Kaka going for another Dieball eating, but CCNC stands in the way. Back over to the mid lane. MSS holding, does have a little bit more damage. Old Chicken down to half health. Another disruption. They're just focusing on the bear, but
He
the
catches
spear!
him.
He does manage to get UR. Can they focus him down? They need Old Chicken, but he's too weak. He can't actually go for this kill. He can't join Yi. They're not doing any damn damage. Yi, they have to back up the reset the sleep. He gets it off. He's going to be able to heal up. The
He's
Courier
healing so
dies
much.
with a Divine Rapier. They lost a Divine Rapier, and now Newbee can just go for the throne. There's nothing
no
to stop them. There's no song. There's no damage. They're can't
dancing
shut it up.
around
They're
him.
just focused on the throne, and they're going to be able to dance, 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 baby. Take down that throne. And Newbee, they make the comeback.
Again! The second time today. That is unbelievable. That I can't believe Keen lost this game.
Dude, there's no way Keen should have lost this game. Keen, what happened? Why'd you do it?
This was a crumble beyond crumbling.
Like,
The game was all right. Let me just, if you just ended the game, let me just tell you that this game was over. It was 100%. You thought it was over too, right? It was. It was over. Keen. They go for the buyback. Everything is fine. They have Aegis and Cheese and Refresher. Everything's great for them.
Yeah.
They're all in the same area.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
for some reason, Kaka and Yi split up,
yeah.
which I think is the right idea. They're trying to push out the lanes. And all of a sudden, Old Chicken's like, it's go time, baby. He sleeps aggressively. His team is still not coming over at this point. Then he just dies instantly.
Yeah.
Then they lose 2 heroes at bottom as a result of that play.
Oh, I mean, let's preface that a little bit more. He dies, and it's not like there's a mad rush to the base or anything.
No.
Literally, Newbee are just like, well, that's cool, I guess, but we can't really do a whole lot. And then they make a move to bottom, get those 2 kills, and then things start really going to shit. At that point, now you've lost 3 heroes in a row.
Yes, and then they went for it.
And then they
Keen
went
had
for
to
it.
use the buybacks. Old Chicken dies twice. By the way, something I want to point out in that team fight was Yawar and his BKB usage. He completely outplayed E.
Dude,
Both walls
the
were
refresh
wasted.
wall
Yes.
and the refresh BKB.
You know when he did that, right? It was when the sleep had gone off.
Yeah.
He had moved in his refresher. So Yi thought he had it for sure. He was spam clicking that refresh. He gets the refresh into the BKB off. That's what won them the fight. If he doesn't do that,
That's it.
that's a 1 fight for Keen.
That is
Yawar
sick.
is on one right now. Let me just say.
Insane plays, man. Keen had almost a guaranteed victory here. Felt like they should have just been able to chip away, get megas, have an anticlimactic finish to this game 1, but instead, mistakes were made. Newbee capitalized on those mistakes and just go for it. A brilliant way to be able to end game 1 of our series between
That's just game
Keen
1.
and Newbee. That's just game 1. Be sure to come back, man, because this is a series that is holding so much. Come back. We'll be back. a breather, but we're finally back with Keen versus Newbee Game 2 after just absurd Game 1 that Keen probably should have won,
Yes.
but Newbee are the ones who come out on top.
So, AUI, their coach, actually told me this really funny thing. He was saying, they have two labels on games.
Yeah.
They call it pseudo wins and pseudo losses.
Okay.
And games that they shouldn't have won but they won are pseudo losses. And games that they should have won, they.
Yeah.
And he was like,
And that was
was
definitely a pseudo loss.
that was a pseudo loss. But he was like, I will always take pseudo losses. Like,
Well, let's see if this is a pseudo loss or a pseudo win for Newbee as we head into the draft and see a first pick Ogre.
dude, this might be my new favorite team to watch though.
Yeah.
Newbie. It's
They're pretty fun.
It's close. It's either Newbie or it's Infamous.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like two of my favorite teams. Navi was actually quite a blast to watch too.
Yeah.
Normally, if the
Sadly-
games are exciting,
Yeah.
it's because, and we consistently see them be exciting. It's like it normally means that there is a common factor.
Yeah. Well, it's good because we've got another
Subi.
another series of Newbie to cast. Call it a Subi.
We
We've got
have-
another Subi later on today.
Vici versus NIP.
Vici versus NIP, and then we have Newbie versus it's
Chaos.
Chaos. Yeah.
Yep.
Chaos.
Dude, let me just say, Chaos is there. Whatever doing it is, it's the opposite of that right now.
They are not doing it.
They are beyond not doing it.
Any Alchemist players here?
I guess not. Newbie will surely pick it, right? Like even though Keen didn't, Newbie's got to be looking around and saying, we can take
We can
Alk.
have Bloodlust Alk.
and we can ban AA second phase. This is
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah.
I think they're maybe considering to make sure that this highway robbery is okay with everybody involved.
There's not like hidden police anywhere. Nobody's gonna pop up and
Oh.
say,
Okay.
"Okay, well, I definitely didn't expect that because they picked up Ogre." So
Yeah, maybe they just
Now
think
it's-
that King is the best player in the world and it don't matter.
now it's a support Ogre and another core Snake King Enchantress.
Yeah.
Maybe Snake King said, "No Alk. Listen to me, brothers. We won that game. It was a pseudo loss, but the only reason it was close was because of me and my Enchantress." He did have a sick game.
Yeah, except for the time he BKB'd and didn't walk out of the Mars ult, and then he
Yeah,
died
and then he just
subsequently.
died to God's rebuke.
Yeah, that he literally just got
Bong.
punched repeatedly.
Bong.
That-
Bong.
That wasn't great.
I think his heal faded, and he was like, "Oh no." And his heal faded and his BKB faded, and he was just like, "Oh no,
Yes.
what have I done?"
I think he thought he was a latte. It's like one of the
Bong.
things about Dota. It's like you think
Bong.
you have like strongman syndrome,
Yeah.
where you think because you've been strong previously.
Because like strongman syndrome, it happens because you do have to use your strength,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you are legitimately the strongest hero on the map, you actually have to use that position and bully the enemy team.
Yes, but he just took it a little bit too far.
But sadly, that also means that when you are the strongest person, you are supposed to go bully people. 5 minutes later, the game's different, and you can't keep thinking that you're the strongest hero in the
Yeah,
game.
I mean the best thing about Dota is that like you can't solo win.
Yeah.
You just can't. It's just not a thing. You're never gonna win the game by yourself, and they can take you down. Because spells are strong. You know what I'm noticing nowadays? Everyone's picking stun, which sounds funny, but like,
Tell the Alliance story again.
yeah. Oh, okay. So we're on the Alliance couch, for the summit. So this is public record, guys. I'm not trying to flex or anything like that.
Mhm.
All right. So we're on the summit couch, and I ask Insania. I was like, "Hey," and you guys should watch that VOD, by the way. It was great. It was me, Rezo, and Insania, and it was a really fun cast. And I said, "So as a drafter, like, what are you looking for normally in a draft?" And he was like, "The amount of stuns." And I was like, okay. Like I thought he was just kidding. Like he was trying. It's like
Yeah, yeah,
before
yeah.
TI, he's not.
A little bit of Swedish humor in the
Yeah, yeah.
mix.
He's like dry humor. I was like,
Little
okay.
subtle.
And then we have the entire alliance panel and me moderating.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, so Mickey, like, what team do you think has the better draft? And I see this guy like a kid, which he is more or less. He's counting like in his, like he's counting
his fingers.
wordlessly. Like he's like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I can see his lips moving. Like, I was like, wait, I realized like it was no longer a joke.
The Alliance legitimately that
Unless
more
they're-
stuns wins.
Unless he's on like this highest tier meta humor, because he instantly started doing it and he looked very serious doing it.
Yep.
So yeah, they just thought that whoever has more stuns is gonna win.
Well, hey, Keen are finally like, okay, I guess we'll take the Alchemist. Nobody banned Ancient Apparition. So Newbie could go for an AA mid or an AA4 or
I mean,
something.
surely Newbie knew that this Alk was gonna get picked up second phase.
Yeah, I mean, they keep on daring Keen to take it.
Yeah, the fact that they didn't take it in the edge spot either, going into second phase, and they picked it like 8.
Yeah.
It's interesting. No, they took it 10th.
How secured is Newbie's upper bracket? Is it like
I'm trying to check right now.
Okay.
That's what I was waiting on.
okay? Because I was wondering maybe this is one of those times where it's like, okay, we got that win. Let's try and beat. If they take it, let's try and beat an Alchemist, right? Because you have to start thinking forward.
Okay,
about
guys.
Your entire tournament.
Earmuffs if you do not want to know spoilers.
Earmuffs.
Earmuffs if you do not want to know spoilers.
If you have headphones, don't do earmuffs. That doesn't work.
All right, and we're gonna talk about it now. Newbie with that win have 6 points.
Yep.
And that would move them above Alliance, equal with TNC. And how many games are left? Because that's what we need to know is how many games they have.
I believe somebody said it. I think it might have actually been Franz. I think he said historically speaking, it's like 9 or maybe 8 points.
That is like good enough.
That's like the good enough number to be top 4.
Yes, I think so because they have 2 more matches after this.
Yeah.
That would track in line with what I have. EG of course have 6 right now, and Infamous. They're almost top 4. Imagine if they had won that Na'Vi game. They'd actually be top 4 right now.
Yeah, dude. Navi lost a Fnatic,
Yeah.
and that lowered Navi's stock for me.
Navi's still 3rd though.
Yeah.
Because of I
yeah,
mean
they bodied. They went 5-1 on day 2.
yeah, they
yeah, day
2-0'd
2.
NIP and they 2-0'd VP.
Yeah, VP.
Damn, son.
TI VP is coming out in full force, man.
They're actually remember when we said that they were going to win the event before?
Yeah, dude. Thought maybe this TI would be different because they weren't the front runners.
Dude, the real upsetting story right now is
They
NIP.
just suck at TI.
NIP is the team that's
Oh, yeah. NIP is probably the most disappointing. Nah, dude, Liquid's the most disappointing. But,
Liquid did take a game off Alliance though,
yeah.
just now.
Yeah.
So they're starting to move back up the ladder. They have 4 points now, which puts them on even footing with Keen, who, let's be real here, should have 5 right now.
Yes, they
And that's the
should.
crazy part is like Keen is not out of this at all, but like with losses like that, they're just making life harder for themselves.
Yeah. Who's at the very bottom of their group?
Group A?
Yeah, it's Chaos, right? This is
You
the
didn't have
Chaos
to
group?
ask that one.
I wasn't sure if this was the Chaos group specifically. Believe me, I know Chaos is bottom of whatever group they're in. They've won 1 game out of 5 series.
And funny enough, that was against Alliance. Like that match ended up actually mattering. Crazy. And that's the kind of disappointing thing for me about Alliance, for example, is that I think they play to their level too often.
Yeah.
I think they play to the level of their opponent too often.
Yeah. Like they almost beat Secret, and then they lose to Chaos.
Yes. Because Chaos is getting worked right now by TNC, as far as I can tell. Every time I load up a Chaos game, I look at the time, it's like 20 minutes in, and I know they're going to be behind by 10k. I've never seen something more automatic in my life. And I feel really bad saying that. I just, at some point you just look up and, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it becomes it's a cultural norm now.
I watched this morning, Kezu hit a 3-man black hole full duration, but they had already lost the fight. And I was just like, oh. It's gotta feel bad. So Newbee are not doing like direct one-to-one hero counters so much. Like they're trying to like match the Alchemist's like pace, right? Like
Yeah.
Naga Siren is a very similar hero to what Alchemist wants to accomplish.
Naga's interesting in the sense that like she's gonna be really good against a lot of these heroes, because she's really good against summons.
Yeah.
You have your own summons to deal with. She's really good against Shaman, for example. It works both ways because Shaman has that ridiculously long range initiation, so that you can't just like burst her down.
Mhm.
But dealing with wards with Rock, once she pops sleep, she'll clear those no problem.
Yep. And this is a what? What is this?
You said that so accusatorily.
I mean, I don't mean to, because we watched, what was it? Midwan played Jakiro earlier
Mhm.
today. But I'm genuinely curious. Is this a mid Jakiro? Is this for Leshrac? Is this mid Leshrac? Is this support Enchantress, core Leshrac, and Jakiro? Is this core Ogre? Is this core Ogre, 4 Leshrac, 5 Enchantress, and mid Jakiro? I don't know. I'm sure Keen doesn't know either. I'm sure they're a little bit curious about what exactly is being
It's Midget
picked.
Hero.
Before you even know what the mid is.
Yeah.
You're calling it.
It's Midget Hero.
Okay. What if it's like, what did TNC pick? Sniper against it?
You may now select your
Quap.
heroes.
It's Midget Hero.
Okay, it's definitely not Leshrac mid, right? Oh,
It's Midget Hero, guys. CCNC has decided that he will play 5, and Pylai Dai will play mid.
I thought Quap beat Leshrac. Am I wrong in that?
I don't think you are.
Okay. Well. I think core Leshrac is good versus Auk. Am I wrong? Because it's like it's low cooldown, so it can constantly fight, can take advantage of the chemical rage downtime. It outputs a lot of damage, and I think one really important thing is it takes towers. So you have this timing where you can actually pressure towers while the Alk is still building up.
Yeah. You needed a 4-on-5 lineup though on the side of Newbee, because the curious thing is always when both sides have a late game threat. Although nowadays, like, Alk is no longer a late game threat; he's a mid game threat.
Yes, his timing has sped up. His timing has sped up like at least 10 minutes, I feel.
Yeah, he's the strongest mid game threat in the game right now, which is like the crazy part about him. Because you don't. The weird part about this hero is like you don't even hate going late game because you
No.
can give everyone ags, and
Yeah.
you buy yourself moon shards, and you don't hate going mid game either.
Yeah, you can give other people moon shards too. It feels like there's never a time where Alchemist actually. I've never seen Alchemist fully top out. You know?
Yeah.
Like he's literally gotten to the point where he's got like 7 items, 1 to swap in, moon shard and ags on every teammate. Like it just doesn't happen.
I'm gonna do all my prediction stuff, even though you can't.
Thanks. I feel left out right now. What are you doing? Highest amount of physical damage a hero will do to another in 1 hit. Well, there's no
There's no crits, so it's
physical damage. You can't include Enchantress, so it's 0 to 500.
Yeah.
Player with the most kills at 10 minutes. Who's that?
Yeet.
Okay, makes sense to me.
Last player to be killed, Pylai Dai.
Wait,
Number of ancient camps.
oh, last player to be killed like before the end of the game. Is that what that means?
Yeah, I love Alk games because I think that the number of ancient stacks will be 6 to 10.
Do the taunt.
30 seconds.
Do the taunt. Do it. Dance for me. It's a pretty cool set. I like the fish. All right, he's not gonna dance. Looks like this may be a boring bounty situation where it's just gonna be old chicken trying to out-click Pylai Dai, but the rest of the team, actually, never mind. Newbee, I think they're gonna try and contest this one at top, but they're a little bit too slow to rotate over, so never mind. So it is boring. 2 for 2 against an Alk. Who doesn't like fight? Who doesn't fight for bounty runes against an Alk?
That's very weird. They just sort of let him have it.
Yeah. Is it because there were certain lanes that they really wanted? I mean, once again, we have a Naga Siren who's matched up against,
By the way,
in
NP
right-clicking here.
Naga does not care about NP at all.
Yeah.
I played that matchup once, and I had a Wyvern as my 4.
Yeah.
Let me just say that Naga was tickled.
Yeah. And Shadow Shaman, like, he has great magic damage with Ether Shock, but it's sadly not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
Also, the fact that you got all these Wraith fans just like ups the amount of armor that you have. So all these like physical right-click damage dealers, like Shaman and NP, you just don't really care about them.
Yeah.
What they bring to the table. So the better thing to do rather than Harasser is actually just go for pure denies. I think is the best option. Like going for anything else just sort of seems sad, if anything.
Yeah.
You know, bottom lane. I like this lane. Ogre plus Enchantress. You have these two guys that just stand in the front. They're strong. They can bully Alk.
They've got good synergy together. Enchantress can heal Ogre. Ogre Bloodlust Enchantress.
Although you are playing like a 4 Ogre, which is always, in my opinion, very odd.
Yeah.
I don't love this, actually.
I was quite surprised when I saw Ogre instantly into the Enchantress pick. Then again, I'm not sure how many times we've seen Snake King play Ogre. He's just been playing more greedy or damage-dealing cores most of the time. Though I suppose nothing does more damage than a multicasted Dagon 5. Oh, Yi. Double damage rune for him. Happy Doodle. We'll see how he does in this mid lane matchup and see if Blitz and I are right about Quap beating Leshrac.
I mean, now that he found a DD, it's a little bit skewed.
Yeah,
As CCNC will complain about the 2-minute runes.
as he is wont to do.
CCNC?
It's the stupidest thing, man.
Get upset about something? No. No, bruh. I refuse to believe it.
You know, I outplay this Quiet Queen of Pain, I right-click her, and then bam, she gets double damage. It's so stupid.
You know what's funny is like Quinn has improved, but like for the most part he's the same. But what's really changed is he's become more of a winner.
Yeah.
And people love winners.
Yeah, dude.
Like you can be a dick, but as long as you're winning.
Also, I think Quinn's done a good job of kind of embracing the memes about him.
Yes.
I personally have a GIF saved on my computer of the camera going on Quinn, and he does this goofy tongue thing with his mouth, and it's just the weirdest thing, but it's totally Quinn. Alchemist getting the Shadow Word heal. Acid Spray with Fatal Bonds. This is not a super fun lane, but they actually are kind of poking an old chicken enough to keep him annoyed. Get the deny. Get the deny. Ping it. Oh, good job, MSS. Get range creep denies. If you want to learn anything about how to improve your lane, prioritize range creeps. Am I right, Blitz?
You're 100% right.
Hell yeah. That's why this 3 range creep that's
Dude,
coming in, Snake
when
King is looking at that. He's
When I get double range creep denied in mid lane, I automatically am like, this guy's too good. I'll ping for ganks almost instantly. I'm not even trying to troll. I know when I've been had.
I can win this matchup.
Guys, this guy's good.
Save me. Look at that. The value. Iron Brand shared tango. Old Chicken is really feeling the pressure of all these right clicks. He is not like an Naga Siren. He is relatively low armor. Usually, his advantage is being able to acid spray fight people, but Enchantress is a little difficult for that. CCNC is actually, he's feeling a lot of pain in mid lane right now. So we're going to say we were right, Blitz. He had to leave lane first. He's going to do that awkward wait for the shrine to spawn.
Can we say we were half right?
No, we were definitely right.
Okay.
Dude, I don't care about the double damage.
That's a function of Queen of Pain. She's got blink.
Yeah, she's got rune control. That's how that works. Kaka, oh, they know he's here, but Yi's gonna join him. CCNC probably thought he was going to be okay. He's going to try and go for the fast kill onto Dark, knowing that he's probably dead. MSS trying to go for the deny on CCNC, but Dark is the one to claim the first blood, and they're probably going to get MSS as well. Yi has another blink forward, and Yi will at least get one of those kills with the 3 levels of Shadow Strike, by the way. That's how you beat the Leshrac right there.
I saw some people get 4 recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This is just a thing nowadays in NA.
I wonder if we'll, I wonder if this is the game to do it too.
I'd imagine it's actually quite nice against heroes like Lesh.
Yeah. I think it destroys Lesh. I don't think it's good versus Enchantress or Naga. We'll see.
It is a lane-winning build for sure, though.
Yes.
Because the move speed is really nice, too. Like getting rid of the MS and then...
Oh, yeah, it's 10% per level. Cast range is really nice, too, I'm sure, against Lesh in this matchup. You don't have to get too close to him in order to cast it.
Mhm.
And that means less opportunities for him to get good split earth hits on you.
You can just do chip damage like crazy.
Yeah. I can dig it. Alchemist has left the lane. He's done with it. Oh, hey, there's no camp there. He pinks it. He's like, hey, somebody blocked it. They didn't.
That's
Spoiler.
so funny.
Nobody blocked that old chick. Actually, maybe a ward died. That's possible. Oh, look at this. What a nice support. Kaka leaves the Observer ward for Yi to be able to eat with the Tango. That's true supporting right there.
And eat he shall.
He shall feast. No. Snake King died at bottom from Wrath of Nature.
Technically, you can't predict
Wait,
that.
what? What? How did he die to a
To
Warlock,
Warlock
plus Wrath,
Wrath
of, nature? Oh, Snake King definitely messed. Oh, Pylai dies in mid lane as well. Keen. 4-0 already.
Dude, I really feel like this should have been a mid-lesh.
The mid hero?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they are going to be able to get a chance to kill Old 11 here. He's going to turn around, try and slow down CCNC, knowing he can just blink away. But Old 11 shall not be saved. Damn it, Snake King. Could you just wait for a second? Dark dies at bottom lane. So he gets vengeance, but I'm sure it still feels terrible dying to a Warlock pretty much solo.
I still don't really know how that happened.
I mean, to be fair, if it's the last bounce of Wrath of Nature, it does something like 500 damage. It's actually insane.
So maybe he got Shadow Warded, hit like once, and then...
Yeah. I think he just dropped a little bit low and then wham! Oh, it was probably he got Fatal Bonded as well.
Ah, okay.
So it was probably like the high damage Wrath of Nature bounces in, hits all these creeps and him, and it just destroys him. Oh, damn. I wish I could have seen that. That would have been sick. That would have been so cool to see. Because I could see you legit dying like 100-0 off of that. Oh, hey! Hey! Thanks, Courier. We found Dark. Dark was trying to do that sneaky thing that Fives do where they sit behind a tower that's being assaulted and they just try and soak whatever experience from the creeps that die.
And then when they leave, he just sneaks up behind.
Yeah.
I see people get punished for that all the time.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys. I got it. Net worth. Oh, hey. Alchemist is not that far ahead yet.
I think it's just because of how poorly his laning phase went.
Yeah.
And the blocked camp. Wasting that acid spray actually meant a lot.
Yeah, because he had a hard time clearing through that hard camp, I bet. He had to constantly pull it into the acid spray. They're making an invasion into the triangle, just seeing if they can poke an old chicken. Old chicken's like, well, whatever, I'm done here. Already farmed up my camp top lane, Kaka. Alone against Naga Siren, who got an early level of Ensnare. Love it when Naga Sirens do this. Give yourself some kill potential. Old 11's going to try and protect Kaka, but now he's going to be run down by CCNC, rotated over. They want to take the tower, and instead they'll take Old 11's life.
And that's going to even them up on the kill score, as bottom lane, he is just battling with Snake King, who
They also got 3 bounties off of that move.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure that he's close as possible. Gets into the fight.
Alchemist. Old Chicken's probably saying, guys, you got to do more for me. You got to secure those bounty runes for me. Because I am not getting a very fast Radiance. Last time we were watching an Alch Blitz, you and I were talking about like a 12-minute Radiance. It's 11 minutes, and he's not even close to the Relic.
That's usually the timer. 11 is, I think, the gold standard.
Yeah. So he is super duper 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 far behind.
Maybe that's why they decided to take the Ench again. They're like, well, we have the counter anyways.
Yeah.
We're going to beat this guy in lane. This is incredibly slow, yeah. This is approaching Kyle time. Kyle got it at 15.
Dude, maybe Kyle's faster than Old Chicken.
Dude, he just blocked his own camp.
Did he really? Oh! Ho, ho, ho. Wee, wee, wee. That's a lot of spells.
Yes.
Golem, Sonic Wave, all being used to kill a 4 and 5 position. Snaking saying, hey, I'm still here, and I'm the core, and I'm not letting my mid tower die without a fight. Neither as you are. They're going to be able to get the ensnare onto Yi, but Yi, he doesn't care about that. Oh, they got the sleep. He got sheeped up before the sleep could go down. A blink away from Yi. He's going to be fine, and this mid tower is still going to die. They had a fight for it, and it's a fight that Newbee lost. All right, Old Chicken's like, okay, I can dig it. Now you guys are making moves. You're making plays. That's 1,000 gold exchange plus a tower dying, 3 deaths on the side of Newbee, a lot of experience. That was a massive fight. And Keen, I mean, they built this up to be able to have like 4 versus 5.
Top. They found
Newbee,
Pylite Die again.
They're going to lose Pylite Die here. The Wrath of Nature not even needed to finish him off.
And this is the space that the Alch really needed.
They are going to be able to get Conk up, but it looks like the sacrifice is support for support and a tower. Get it! Get it! Do it! Oh!
That is the MVP treant. You'll live on in our hearts, you disgusting. What is that thing?
It's a fungus.
It's so gross.
Radiant's top
Oh,
tower
well.
Rest in peace, little buddy.
Radiant's
Rest
top
in
tower
peace.
has
Oh,
fallen.
God, I can't do that. Why is that stone there?
All right, there's a game.
R-I-P. It's a P, by the way.
Peep
Radiant's
this.
top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
Animitis MSS on the 4 Ogre. Still going to go for that build. Oh, the Song Initiation.
Don't they
Yee.
need more?
He doesn't blink fast enough. They have the Ice Path that's going to come out. That locks him down. Then they're going to follow up with a Fire Blast. And he got the multicast too. Yi will die as a result. He had Fairy Fire and Magic Stick charges, but looks like he just gave in to his fate. Meanwhile, the mid tower also dies. So back-to-back plays from Newbee there.
Yeah, the Leshrac plus Ench hitting that up. I mean, they know that no one's there to defend it.
Yeah.
Old Chicken is going to just farm creeps, and Old Chicken is still really far behind. I can't stress this enough. This is a really late Radiance, guys. I know if you're, you know, you're noob, you're just thinking to yourself like, ah, well, that's okay. But it's
not.
It's not.
Because this whole timing, like, this Alchemist typically needs Radiance, Blink Dagger, and then, like, Solar Crest or, like, one small armor item. Maybe he gets the Chainmail to build into the AC. He needs something like that before he can actually fight. And if that doesn't happen very quickly, Newbee's just going to run down all of your towers, and that, in turn, will slow down the Alchemist even more. Less space means less farm. And what it usually means, actually, is his teammates get really screwed.
Yeah, although
Then
he is
Old
online
Chicken
right now.
takes anything that's up.
It's okay-ish. He's like 2 minutes later than you normally want to be, but he can still recover from this position.
Yeah. I mean, one bad fight from Newbee and everything's forgiven.
Yes. Also, what? Those are terrible talents for Ench. 15 magic res or 20 moose feet. I didn't realize it was that garbage. As Hold 11 getting gone on here. If he dies for this, the rock is going to get dropped.
Snake King has the Fatal Bonds on him with a Sonic Wave. That almost bursts both of them down. Pylon dies, definitely dead. The heal coming out on Snake King is helping him, but there's just too many disables here.
And he's slow too.
If anything,
Is he good? He's alive.
No frickin' way.
He is. That's the king right there, guys.
Damn.
Dude,
how many spells did they throw at him? Nature's attendance is actually insane.
This guy's good.
This guy's good.
This guy's good.
He hit the E button. No, seriously, that was absurd. Dude, he took so much damage that I was going to click over to MSS at that time because he was almost done. He was almost dead. It was so much Fatal Bonds damage because the Enchantress just kept healing and they kept hitting him. He went from like 100 to like 20%. 100% to 20. Kaka, he's going to be caught here. The Impetus shots are going to do so much damage to him. Another kill for the king.
9-7 right now is Newbee still looking pretty okay. They are down a little bit in gold, but of course this is the natural benefit of having Alk on one team.
I mean, they're up in experience right now. Ice Path will stop the TP from Dark. Another kill for Snake King.
Dude, Snake King is just like moving black hole. You should not try to fight around him, guys.
No. And Pilot is going to get vision of this stack. Keen. They know how important this is. They're going to run over with all their heroes to take this out. Individually, they don't have a hero to really deal with it because Nagasaren's on the other side of the map, but together, they will bring it down. Old 11's going to reveal this. The Wrath of Nature is going to bounce around. Doesn't take any of the CS, but will do a decent amount of damage to CC&C. The Sprout going down. Old 11 really trying to take this. Yeah, actually blocking him in a little bit. Wants to be able to get Shadow Strike on a CC&C. Does manage to do that. Pilot die with the Ice Path. Old Chicken, who's coming forward with the Radiance, is going to try and deal with Snake King right now, but the Impish shot's coming out. Finished up Kaka, Unstable Concoction, doing a lot of damage with the Acid Spray as well, but still not enough to be able to burst down Snake King until Yeet will get him with the Shadow Strike. Snake King, I think he knew this entire time he was going to die, and that's why he just tried to get as much damage out as possible. Gets one kill, but it's going to be trade-off of 2 heroes.
And with this Alk being as strong as he is at this point, no one's really going to contest his Radiance. It's going to be some easy kills. What they're really trying to do is buy time for this Naga Siren.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about this fast BKB build by the way? Do you think this is...
I think this is kind of in response to the Naga and the Lesh. So that they can continue to pressure the Naga and force her to get like her own defensive item on top of that here. Is they're going to run into the jungle. They're going to run into Yawar. This should be an easy kill here. The stun's going to fly out, catch us too.
Hit the 2-man split Earth, but Yawar still has so many Serpent Ward shots that are running at him. And now they might actually catch more. Furion TP's in, but the Yules from CC&C will keep him safe. So, big turn of events for Keen over the last 2 minutes.
That was a huge kill for them. They need to smoke right now on the side of Newbee and try to reestablish map control for Yawar.
Yeah.
It's just a kind of weird time to do it because he's still dead for another 30 seconds. So even if they get kills, it's not really benefiting the game too much. There is something to be said that the only time that I'm really okay with going for a smoke gank when it doesn't lead to actual towers is if you're getting map control for a specific type of hero.
Wait, sorry, say that again?
Like, I always hate smoke ganks that like you kill one hero and then you're just kind of going back to farming.
Oh, yeah.
The only time I'm okay with that is if you have some like AM type hero, this Naga, Alk, where what you're trying to do really is delay and like slow down timings. Because most of the time what ends up happening is you get this kill on a core, it doesn't really change anything because he was pushing out a lane or something like that. And if anything, it just sort of like resets you rather than moves you ahead.
Yeah. Feels like a purpose wasn't actually achieved.
Yes.
Pipe for Old 11.
Pipe for snaking too.
Pipe for snaking. I mean, you have to admit, 15 magic resistance isn't a lot, but it's mega value for Enchantress.
It just kind of feels like, I don't know. Feels weird considering like some people, everyone gets like GPM talents and stuff now.
Listen, there are some heroes that deserve bad talents, like Storm Spirit late game should not get any extra help. Blitz, don't.
Mao.
Meanwhile, Enchantress early game does not need a level 10 talent that changes the game too much. She is still a beast. Half beast, half woman.
Hater. And now with Naga alive, this is what I meant by like a space creating death or smoke.
Pilot die. He's going to be one to break the smoke on the high ground. Keen are going to try and take this fight, but they've already lost Kaka. The Golem's going to be dropped onto Snake King and MSS, who have the Fatal Bonds trapped onto them. So Yi will try and catch one of them. That's going to be MSS. Low down. The Unstable Concoction is there as well, but they don't stop snaking, and snaking will finish off the Furion, whose CCNC managed to cut in, sandwich him. Now the Ensnare onto Old Chicken with the Bounty Rune spawning. They pick that up. Old Chicken's going to be popping his BKB. They need to be able to catch UR here
nice
or
dodge.
back up, but now the dodge comes out, and Naga Siren's going to be able to live. Yee. Tossed up in the air, blink up in 1 second, should be fine, so we're not going to have a massively one-sided engagement either way. At the end of the day, Keen kind of got what they came for, which was the Bounty Runes.
Yes.
Even though
That's the funniest part is like,
Alchemist didn't take this one. Dude, that one was there.
that was free.
It was free.
If he goes and checks it now, I'll be mad. The first reveal of the BKB, though. I'd say
Yeah.
that was okay.
Okay,
It could have been a lot worse for them, too.
for sure.
If the Lesh had, like, 30 more mana, I think he had 94, so he needed 46, and he would have had Sun on the Queen of Pain, and she's most likely dead there.
Old 11 just going for that tanky Furion builds with a lot of team fight, because they know it's just about buffing up the Alchemist, and they're just going to hit this really big mid-game timing. They're going to try and end the game, and if they don't, then Newbee will take over with their late-game Naga Siren, right?
Yes.
That's the simple way to break the game down.
Oh.
Yule Scepter from the high ground, CC&C, really good read. Old 11 is tanky because of the pipe, though, and there's no follow-up. So there is a follow-up stun. Can he still TP away? I don't think so. He's going to try and get a little bit farther out of the Dive-Volcanic range, but not out of the Split Earth range. Old 11, if you just run up.
He was fine then.
Yeah, I don't know. He knew CC&C was there.
Oh, the Naga Sleep. It's been popped.
Snaking will be able to TP out. You are.
He's trying to get to the rest of his team right now.
He had a TP, but I think he just assumed he was fine.
And he will definitely be
And
right.
He is right. So he doesn't have to sacrifice his position too much. He can keep farming.
He was just trying to get the king out.
Yeah.
I think the BKB is nice against Naga, or not Naga, Enchantress as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good catch-all item here.
Yeah.
He does need an AC though.
Considering the way, if they had won the early game more, then I don't think he needs to go BKB, but they were just kind of bleeding out so much. CC&C TP's in to join the rest of his team and takes Kaka down. Might be able to find more. Dark with the Glimmer Cape, trying to sneak away, and he
wow.
does.
That's one of those funny things where, like, sometimes the best option is actually just to walk back. You don't have to do any sort of fancy jukes.
You are setting up for a kill on Old 11. So Old 11's going to try and sprout to protect himself, and he will. You are. Doesn't actually have a way to be able to cut down the trees, so Old 11 almost getting caught by MSS.
That Ochre stun, though, the range on it is so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Until you have Ether Lens and the 10 talent, well, actually, he goes to 90 GPM, so. Snaking. Serpent Wards, they don't, they just ignore that untouchable, and you also have the big hit of the Unstable Concoction. That'll be enough to bring down the Enchantress.
die.
Heavy commitment to be able to get 2 kills.
And
Make
now
it
MSS.
3, actually, as MSS is going to die as well.
And that's 8 seconds before his Hand of Midas. Ah!
At least he bought out his mech before he died. But this is probably a tower somewhere, right? Bottom lane?
It should probably be bottom. They have 5 heroes down here, more or less. The only scary part is don't commit to a fight. Use Warlock Rock, plus you used your Shaman Wards.
Yeah.
Just grab this tower and get out, if you're keen.
And Wrath of Nature. Like, they are actually pretty heavily committed to cooldowns. We'll see whether or not they're able to fight for the 25-minute bounties, because Newbee will be up for that.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And that is the full AC now on the Alk. They're actually going to keep going, from the looks of it.
He
Maybe
did-
because of this AC timing.
Yeah, the AC. He's like, I'm super strong, guys.
Plus they've got a 10-second BKB on this Queen of Pain.
Let's get a song. The offensive song into Ice Path Macropyre. This is a dangerous situation, especially with the splitter. CCNC actually is going to be instantly hexed up by Kaka, so won't be able to get that much, and he's already dead.
Oh, the double BKBs.
No, the double BKBs of Yi and Old Chicken proved to be too superior. Newbee are now stuck in a fight. They can no longer win the upheaval. Make sure that no one can escape if they're on the wrong side of it. Ice Path out. Unstable Concoction will actually catch MSS as well. Looks like they want to dive for the old 4 position. Okay, he's going to go
They
even
absolutely should.
deeper. They're going to buy back onto the Leshrac, see if they can take something out of this one. MSS will actually live, and they do manage to hit the Ice Path onto Yi. He doesn't have a BKB, but he does have a Blink. The Yule's going to stall him up a little bit, but they don't have any spells to follow that one up. At least they get the tier 2, though. Keen Gaming force a buyback out of the Leshrac as well. Get bounty runes. Honestly, that was a sick engagement. Did they just get 4 bounties?
Yes, they did. Look at that gold lead grow as
Oh,
they're going
what
to continue to
happened?
fight.
Newbee came back up the high ground. Yuar's going to be caught here, shackled by Kaka. The illusions just aren't killing Kaka fast enough, and Yuar's going to die. He's going to get burned out by the Radiants. CCNC is here. He's going to try and deal with Old 11. Old 11 has a pipe, so he's pretty tanky. Now Old Chicken's here as well. They will be able to kill that Furion, but now CCNC is fully committed. Old Chicken popped the Chemical Rage, healing up. Macropire and a nice Ice Path into the Split Earth. So much magic damage, it is going to be enough to keep that Alchemist in his grave. Old 11, who came back into this fight, bought back, is going to be dying back. Snake King finishes him off. CCNC will not take out from the Shadow Strike, and Keen overstepped their bounds.
Just a little bit too much. They
Yeah.
went for a little bit too much.
Yeah. I mean, they did kill the Naga, but that couldn't have been worth it.
Weird position as the game is, I wouldn't say it's reset, but I mean, you're in a much better position than you were 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, for sure.
Newbee is within striking distance of net worth. Being able to kill the Alk there, that got them so much gold. You see the XP alone dipping way down. And even though it's not even, that usually means that the game is close-ish. The win probability is still in favor of Keen, but I mean, it's... Oh, this is a big kill.
Yeah, CCNC's dead. He was the one of the beneficiaries of that last team fight.
Yeah, he's got BKB on him now, but Shaman is one of the best like anti-BKB heroes. Because you either have to pop the BKB too early or it's too late.
Yeah. Well, he's dead for so long that Keen will just go straight up and Roshan. Why not? Oh, look at that. He got the, he's got the cleave talent now. Easier way to deal with the Naga Siren illusions. And an Aegis for Yi. An Aegis for Yi. Snake King's trying to build a Lotus Orb right now. Butterfly is almost up for Yuar, but honestly, just the AoE damage is still causing him some issues. Sonic Wave, Fatal Bonds, and Radiance Burn. It's a lot.
And they're going to go for the smoke here with the Aegis. I feel quite strong about taking this fight. I mean, this Alk is like, as Grant would say, Suedo 6 farmed.
MSS turns around, gets out the Fire Blast, and look at Old Chicken. He goes immediately to the back line. They're also upheavaled as well as a big Sonic Wave hitting 2. A nice Ice Path might allow Snake King to be able to escape, except they have another disable from Kaka.
And the bash. They're just going to keep flinging stuff at him until it sticks.
Eventually, he will die.
One more slow, sad swipe. And this is now a level 20 Alk. Like you said, he has taken the cleave talent. Feels pretty strong.
Yep.
This is probably the best timing that they're going to get right now. Get map control with this Aegis. But
and
not completely out of the
I
woods
personally
yet.
don't think that Butterfly is enough to really change this Naga Siren's strength.
I don't think so either, because I actually think that what makes this game hard is Kaka, being as farmed as he is. With the Blink and the Aether Lens, it's like 5 times that he's found a pickoff.
Yeah.
And the one downside of like MSS's build is by not going for Aether Lens or the cast range talent, it's really hard for him to cancel anything.
Yep.
it comes down to Pylai Die at that point.
Dude, look at this. Sad radiance. It's so small. Serpent Wards being dropped on the high ground. That's going to be able to force the clip, but they immediately just jump in for the heroes. The golem gets dropped, and that's going to be CC&C dead
That's
as well
two.
as Pylai Die. Pylai Die does have buyback, but
There's so
Quinn,
much on the ground.
CC&C does not.
There's just so much stuff on the ground right now, and Yawar's going for bounty runes, but I don't know if it matters.
Yeah, I'm not. I think he's looking at this like this may not be a fight we can defend, except he actually takes so much damage there from the Enchantress that Keen will back up, but they got the tier 3s, and honestly, that's good enough. They don't need to end the game right now. They still have very critical points. This is a beautiful build from Yi going for the Mjolnir. So he'll have the level 25 plus a lot of AoE damage to deal with the Naga Siren. Eventually, he will be given an Aghanim Scepter by the Alchemist as well. Honestly, I don't think Keen's lineup drops off too much. Going late
Probably
game.
not. The only curious part is like this NP, the item build I think is like very mid-game oriented.
Yeah,
That's probably not like the scaling build, if anything.
for sure.
Plus, I don't think they have to try to scale. I feel like this is a really strong timing for them to hit anyways.
Yeah, they could probably just take down Shrines,
That's an abyssal.
take next Roshan. Do you think they wait for Roshan? Maybe they just go now.
It looks like they're
Well,
thinking about
Newbee's
it,
going to go now. They're going to smoke up into this high ground. They're going to take away that vision on the high ground, see if they can find Dark right now. But at the same time, they're trying to stun up Old Chicken. He pops his BKB, walks it off. So it's just Dark who's going to be caught here, Keen, on full retreat.
they're still looking for more right now, but Queen of Pain gonna blink out again. She stops the farm Hector style and the
Song?
sleep.
Got him. He's dead now. Oh, wait, he has BKB and Aegis. No, he's not. He's going to BKB and blink out. You can technically BKB for 4 Ice Path hits you. I don't agree with it, but it is the way it is.
It just makes it an even worse stun.
Yeah. TPN. Trying to catch anybody at this point. It also feels terrible against Furion to lose a tier 3 because you know your shrines have a time limit on them. They'll just
kinda
eventually die.
ridiculous.
They'll just die to treants.
Yeah, it's sort of silly that it's like, oh well, I've surrounded you with treants. I don't have to commit anything aside from that.
Yeah.
But I guess Naga's okay with dealing with that too. You can just send in one illusion to kill.
Yeah. But honestly, I mean, Keen, you could just wait for Roshan. You get that Roshan, and I think you almost immediately go high ground. You'll be so strong. That'll be like the pinnacle. That'll be their peak of power that Newbee will not be able to deny. Straight refresher for Dark, huh? No Ags? He's a refresher guy.
What do you think about it?
I think it's a little weird, but Fatal Bonds is so good here that I'm not going to say no to it.
It just looks funny because
Right.
it's like you never see it, right? The
Yeah.
Glimmer Cape and a double Perseverance.
You also can't, you don't have enough mana
I don't
for
think
it.
so either.
Alright, I don't like it. Ags, please.
It's 500 mana just for the Chaotic Offering once alone.
Yeah.
There's no real point in trying to rush it.
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
they're going to drop the wards. They're going for this right now, Cap. Old Chicken's going to start hitting away.
Little chicken. Leading the charge, and Snake King is just poking at him. He's actually stopped doing it. He was like, this is pointless. Let's try and clear some of the stuff on
Does
the
he
ground.
think it's
like
pointless?
the Serpent Wards, they're going to be able to get the Ice Path, the follow-up Fire Blast. It looks pretty pointless. When he's Solar Crested and Chemical Rage. Now, Chemical Rage fades, so Keen have to back up. But when he has those two things on him and a BKB to fall back on, it looks pretty pointless. Also, he's going to be given an Aghanim Scepter. That's why. That's why he's going Refresher. Of course.
That's right.
Forgot about that.
Still doesn't solve his mana problem.
Still doesn't solve his
He's
mana
one
problem.
mana
You
short from
don't-
being able to just cast them both without
Yeah.
even factoring in the refresher
You
cost.
do not get the stats off of the ags given to you.
Yes. Which is
So-
actually pretty handy.
He's going to have to eat some mangoes or something. Smoke in, trying to go for the 35-minute bounties. They do manage to get the initiation on E. Blow him up before he can get off his BKB, and they do. He falls, and now with CCNC in the middle here, they're going to be able to song to allow him to retreat a little bit. It doesn't
the
actually stop the
upheaval.
upheaval, though. He couldn't get close enough. Oh, no. They're going to turn and try and kill Old 11 because they have to fight at this point. There's nothing else they can do. The Lotus Orb being used on Yuar, but it doesn't actually stall Old Chicken that much, but instead he's going to go for Snaking with the BKB activated and an Abyssal Blade procced. He finished them off. The Fatal Bonds on all these heroes. They just need a little bit more. CCNC, he's going to die here, actually, is the damage onto Yawar should be enough to kill the two of them, but CCNC, whoo, barely escapes.
Another bounty rune. This is going to be a quad again. This is rough cap. 20k now, and
Yep.
I've seen Newbee make some pretty ridiculous comebacks, but this might be the end of the line here because that's still 50 seconds on the Naga. Although that tower's huge, Salk is bigger.
This is beginning to look like it is not a pseudo loss, it's just going to be a loss.
They thought they had the out counter, and
They did not.
they did not.
They definitely did not. Dude, the Alks started off real bad, too.
This is probably the slowest out that I've seen in this tournament.
Abyssal Blade immediately used onto Leshrac. They're going to try and focus on Old 11. BKB activated by Old Chicken, but he's going to leave Old 11 to die. Sorry, brother. But we did so much damage. That is almost Megas. It is just a range racks left. Hey, there's our axe. Oh, look at that. He's got 3 mangoes. The dude's ready. He fixed his mana problem blitz. He was so far ahead. He was playing some 3D chess.
Just pop them one by one.
Yep.
Why is he still going Arcane Boots then?
Dude, he needs that as well as the mangoes.
He really does.
He really does.
He needs
If
a
he's going
K.
to double cast, Fatal Bonds, 1 Upheaval, 2 Golems.
All right, relax there. I don't think he's casting Fatal Bonds.
Double Fatal Bonds? You don't think so? All right, fine. 1 Fatal Bonds. Pops the smoke. That feels real bad for Newbee. They need to be able to take an offensive fight, though, so they're going to force it anyway. Right next to the shrine, get the pick off on Kaka. Hey, Dark, wake up. Starts moving again, and Newbee won't find him. But they have to retreat back to their base pretty soon. So there is the push on its way.
Almost.
Oh,
has
hey,
a-
Roshan's up.
Yeah. Do you think? I think you have to all in commit for this
Yeah.
if you're Newbee.
I mean, there's like, you're in a very low win percentage game. You have to take any risks you can.
You
to
have
try and
one range
offset
tracks
things.
left.
There's going to be the BKB activated by Old Chicken as they just wander inside the pit. The Golem's going to get dropped onto Snaking. He takes a lot of that damage. Old Chicken's going to dance away from a lot of the stun. Sonic Wave still not enough. They do manage to get asleep.
Oh, the rock over the top.
rock's going to be dropped, but still, Newbee are actually looking to fight right now, I think, because they're going to try and blow up Yi with a Fire Blast, as well as stalling up that Alchemist as best as possible. They manage to finish off 1. Can they chase down Old 11 as well with the BKB activated and the infinite shots? That'll be enough damage there. But Keen do have buybacks to reset if they want to, as Pylai Die got chased down by Old Chicken. So they do have a way to stop Newbee from taking Roche. And they probably still take it for themselves unless Newbee are going to try and commit.
I mean, there's 70 seconds left on this NP
Yeah.
reviving. I don't. The tough thing about Newbee's lineup is, like, this Alk is still a problem. I did like the Hex pickup though on Naga Siren. Like, that's one of the better opportunities you're gonna get to try to win the game.
Old Chicken BKB is up in a second. He's going to blink forward, goes for the stun. Abyssal Blade first, but now he's been sight. Now he's going to stun himself. That is exactly why Yawar picks up that item, so he's going to be able to deal with Kaka, who activates his BKB, gets a Serpent Ward
Kaka's
trap.
got like one hit
Kaka's
left.
actually going to be able to get the shackles onto him as well. Oh no, disaster strikes for Newbee, and that is going to be multiple buybacks. No buyback for the Naga Siren, though.
Kaka's just gone.
Keen should be free to be able to take the Roshan and probably just march down that
Kaka.
final range barracks.
Oh, what an outplay. Hides
That
in the
was
trees,
sick.
finds Yawar, who doesn't have buyback now. And in fact, they're going to kill MSS, who's trying to go for the bounty runes. That's going to be another, that's 3 bounty runes picked up. Now by, one by Old 11 here is, he's got a Hex, almost a BKB himself. Of course, we have had the BKB on Kaka.
He's got another Aghanim Scepter to give away, too. I mean, Newbee looks incapable of fighting Keen at this strength like 5 minutes ago, and it's only gotten like significantly worse. It's now an Aegis and Cheese. Buyback going to be used by MSS. They may have their Naga Siren up in time if Keen doesn't rush it, and they're not.
They're going to chill. They know they're 1 range tracks away from most likely winning, I'd say.
Who gets the
with-
X? Oh,
with Newbee-
Shadow Shaman?
It'd be the most Newbie thing ever if they somehow came back a third game.
Yeah.
But I think this one, the way that it starts is you have to get Keen to overextend without their ultis. Every time Keen has everything up, they can just decide to 5-man and go for it, which is what I think they're waiting on in the first place.
Yeah.
Like they almost have the Warlock double golem. They're just about to get it.
That means, I mean, Newbee, if they have any hope of winning this game, they have to take the fight outside their base.
Yes.
You're going to have double golems, quadruple golems, serpent wards with the +1 hit with Aghanim Scepter? Yeah, Aghanim Scepter, Shadow Shaman, I think. Dude, there's no way that range track survives. Look at Old 11. He's got the vision down, so
They're
they
waiting
see
inside their
everything
base.
they need. They have all the information they need to be able to take this fight. Kaka jumps forward, immediately finds his initiation on a CC&C with a Hex and a Sonic Wave. Not quite enough to be able
Thrax
to
is
hit
down.
him, but the range tracks is already down. And now Newbee, they're going to have to fight through Megas. Old Chicken looks to be able to end the game right now as the double golems as well as the Fate of Bonds
so
get
much
dropped. That
damage.
is so much damage that 2 cores are already dead and a third about to say goodbye. Good night. Yawar's going to fall, and that's it. Keen Gaming. A clean game 2 for them.
Much better this
Showing
time around.
that the Alchemist is not to be trifled with. It's not to be given up in the draft.
And the Alk, that was they did a really good job of finding mid-game timing space for him. And Kaka was insane in this game.
Yeah.